now?
So I fixed up my closet. You know, Ralph's job is to, you know, all he's got to do is get some outfits for me to wear on the show.
Right.
So he comes once a week to my apartment to set up the closet and get everything ready for the week's worth of shows. So I recently fixed up my closet, and I'm trying to keep it neater and stuff. So I said to him, listen, as part of your job, instead of just coming on Mondays, come on, why don't you come also Thursday when I'm not there? Even if you stop in for 10 minutes and straighten things up. It looks messy. Just straighten things up and just make it look good. So
you've increased his duties by
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was anything. He goes, anything you want, you know, I'll take it. So he shows up yesterday because I had to do something with him. And I see he's out of sorts. And finally he says, he goes, I don't understand why you need me here another day. I can get all my work done in one day. You know, if he claims, you know, you go shop. I said, well, on your shopping days, when you're in Manhattan, stop in and straighten things up. Just look things up. Things look messy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what you're talking about. This doesn't need to be done. He's fighting me on a tooth and nail. He tells me to ask him for whatever I need.
Let me know what you need, and then when you tell him, he can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know what he does all week. He you know, as far as I know, I don't know what he does. He shop, but I don't sit and monitor his time. Nothing. I tell him I need a pair of pants or something. That's it. Well, this has thrown him into a tizzy. So we had a long. So I still can't get him to come the extra day.
How long has this been going on?
Well, this just recently started. I tried round one with him, but he's putting up a struggle like a tiger trapped in a cage. And I'm like, just come by when I'm not there. I don't want to see him.
Right. You don't
I'm gone
need to
all
see
day. Just go in, look around. If things look messy, straighten them up and then leave. If everything's fine, just leave.
Do you have a cleaning woman or person?
I do.
And
but he's in charge of the clothes for the television show.
Right.
He has a certain way he wants things done. And, you know.
That nobody will know that system but him?
Well, he seems to know where everything goes. And if I have somebody else put it away, then he doesn't know. He needs to know where things are for the TV show and all of this. So I said to him, stop by for 10 minutes and make sure it's all the way it should be.
But he couldn't teach this to anybody.
I don't know.
If he has a place for things, they could know.
Who knows?
How to return them.
Who knows?
All right.
So what if he stops by for 10 minutes?
Okay, I'm just saying, you know, if he did that with somebody, maybe he wouldn't have to.
But why can't he do it?
I don't know why
That's his gig. That's what his whole job for me. And he makes a pretty good salary. Is these clothes. So just go by and fix them up.
Not a hard request.
No.
It's not like a real burden to come into the city.
Oh, my God. But I don't understand. I'll get that. I'll come a couple hours earlier, and I'll do this. I said, no, you can't do it in the same day. During the week, things get messy. Can't you just put it on a hook, and I'll come in, and it'll do I said, look, you asked me what I needed. I need this. What am I doing? Then forget it. Don't do it. Don't do your job. This is what I need. If you can't do it, I'll go hire 50 other people to do it. I don't understand. So I'm in the middle of that.
Imagine you have a nice setup there, and you'd like it to look pristine.
Good. Yeah. I'd like it to look good. That's right. I got a nice setup, but I want it to look good. I fixed up the whole thing. Yeah. This stupid fucking closet. It's the same size closet. I don't understand why things have changed. I mean, you should hear this fighting that's going on. I go, in my mind, I want it to look better.
Right.
We can do better. And you're in charge of this, and this is your function, so do it.
This is your workspace.
Yeah, come in for 10 minutes and do it. It's not hard. It's your workspace. Make it look good.
I know what's got him all crazy.
Yeah.
That geek show.
Oh, yeah.
Working,
Tim, cancel the geek show. Please. It's distracting my man. Oh, is that? Yeah, I know. He's busy on it. He's got a website.
Oh, my goodness.
I made a star.
Downloading. Researching.
And if you saw what he's busy with.
Clips.
I pull all my favorite clips, and I put them on the geek page. I go, and I said to Beth afterwards, it's Facebook. That fucking retard. You should see I'm arranging my webpage, and it's all cool clips of things.
And then he tells me something. He goes, if you went on this site, you would know.
Oh, I went on. I saw what I was doing. Like, I downloaded a cool, like, cartoon anime from Japan. I was like, what? Anime from Japan? Did you create the anime? No. It's just a link.
Yeah.
It's all my favorite links.
He just wants you to see what he's watching.
Like I put up a cool trailer to the new Star Trek. A Geek Time. I go, yeah. And then what? Oh, people see it. Is it up? People, you have to have special passwords allowed. We want to get it just right before we unveil it. I said, well, it's like Facebook. You link to your favorite things. No. This is a web page. It's different. So when I'm involved, I say, well, I need you to come to my apartment for 10 minutes and straighten up and make my closet look nice. Because that's how you make money.
He's busy.
With Geek Time.
Yeah.
Tim, cancel Geek Time immediately. Because Ralph can't get to my apartment for 10 minutes.
He can't talk to anybody before this show.
Yeah, half hour he shuts down. It's unbelievable. Geek Time.
I don't know what's going on with that Geek Time, but I'll tell you this. That Jason and I were supposed to have a meeting the other day about the Cougar contest, right? Which we ended up having. But I had to go home. I ended up doing the meeting without Jason.
Right.
They've been in like 2-hour Geek Time meetings.
Yeah.
And there's Geek Time meetings that seem to be coming up a lot.
But why? Jason works for me. Why is Ralph using Jason?
He's one of the producers of Geek Time.
No. Jason's fired from Geek Time. No more Jason on Geek Time.
Oh, he likes it.
I don't care.
I'm
but if it's
sure.
taking away 1 second of my time, what do I care?
Well, I guess it's programming for the channel.
I don't care. The channels have to hire new people for the other shows. And what is it? Ralph's so busy he can't produce that show?
I heard he's very particular.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm arranging the new Geek. I have a new Geek show. Here it is. It's fired. Jason's fired. Ralph's fired. John Hein, he's fired. John should concentrate on his show. Ralph should concentrate on my closet, and Jason should concentrate on this show. Now all the problems are solved. Now everyone's free to do their job. No more Geek Time. Boo-hoo. The website is very important.
This is the website that he's creating?
Yes.
But it hasn't been... Because I was at your house with Ralph this summer.
Yeah.
And we were in the pool, and Ralph had to get out to go do a conference call about the website. That was in June.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still, I don't know, he's perfecting
He's working on it.
And you know what the website is? He links to things.
Yeah,
that are
it's like
cool.
an aggregate of all the cool stuff that he sees.
Yeah.
He told me, I see cool links to movies, I see cool links from magazines, so I'm going to take all of it, put it in one spot.
Right.
Who was telling me he comes in with this special computer or something that he has clips or sound effects that he's going to play on the show. He hasn't played one sound effect
Right,
yet.
but he's got it ready to go. Listen, the guy tells me he doesn't have 10 minutes to come to straighten up my closet. He's too busy. He's stressing out. Enough with the Geek Show. Everyone heard it. It's great, but it's time to cancel it.
My favorite part of this whole conversation is he'll call the wrap-up show at about 11:30, and he'll go, I just got up. What happened?
Yeah. And he wants you to do a complete recap of the show.
Don't do a recap. Tell him there's no more Geek Show. Somehow it got canceled.
Well, I can't tell you how many times I've heard Gary say to him, I can't do a complete wrap-up of the show for you, Ralph. Get up earlier.
Right.
He goes, what time did that happen? So he needs to know so I can tell him what time to listen to on the replay.
Right. Close down the website, everything. It's all done. It's over. The party's over. I need someone... Don't tell me when I need someone to come straighten up my closet. I'm busy. I don't understand. I said, I think I made it pretty clear. Come in, straighten up, and then go home.
Yeah, I think, quite frankly, that the Geek Time thing has put too much stress on him.
Yeah, he's too busy.
He's worried about it every second. He's building an empire there.
Well, maybe one day I'll sell the Geek Time website like John Hein did.
He's building an empire.
Yeah, an empire. Not on my tuchus. Oh, we had a terrible tragedy. I want to take everyone, make them aware of.
In our group?
There was supposed to be a big queef-off today. Eve the Queefer versus Alyssa the Queefer. Alyssa the Queefer sent us a letter saying that she's going to be the new champion, and Eve, of course, said no way. She was
challenging the current holder of the title.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this Alyssa, who wrote us the email, and she has to be recognized. I'm the greatest queefer.
Did she choke?
She choked and didn't show up. So Eve is here, and I don't want to leave Eve hanging. So,
Howard, in all fairness, she didn't choke. She sent us a note. And she said she couldn't come because she got her period.
Yeah, well, gee, sorry. Well, when did she send the note?
About 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, that's called choking. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't do it. And then now Eve came all the way in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, how are you going to inform Eve at 2 o'clock in the morning?
And Eve isn't even the current title holder. This was just a step for her to go all the way to the top.
Oh, this was a challenge round.
Yeah. If you hear from this Alyssa again, Gary, no more.
You don't want a queef off?
Well, I'll have a queef off, but not with Alyssa. She can't cancel. You get your period. You know what? It's called suck it up and get in here and let's queef.
I think we have had queefers in here before, or competing before.
Yeah, I've seen strings hanging out.
During that time.
Sure. In fact, if anything, it adds to the performance. I can't perform. Listen, you got to perform. Guy from Train was in here the other day. He had a cold. He sang.
She was knocked out of commission, Howard.
Anyway, I do want to bring in Eve, who has been delightful, and she was, you know, she came all the way in. Maybe she'll honor us with a little toot.
Yeah, maybe she'll just.
Yeah, I always love a good queef. Let's say hi to Eve and see how she's been.
Do something solo. Hey!
So pretty. Such a pretty girl, too. You know, I mean, why not? Hey, Eve. You're such a pro. You always show up. You know what you have to do. This Alyssa, who was going to challenge you, didn't even show up because she had her period. You would have been here if you had your period, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, do you believe this or what?
I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's a little shocking.
It's okay. I'm here.
Yeah,
I said,
know.
No matter what, I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah. Well, we were going to have you in a contest, but unfortunately, this kind of thing does happen once in a while. How you been? Have you been queefing anywhere?
I was just doing it in the green room. I just did a practice. I just like, how's it sound?
How'd it go?
Really good.
You on your period?
No.
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 You married?
No.
Still single?
Mm-hmm.
No kidding. Boyfriend?
Yep. 12 years.
You been queefing for him still?
He's pretty, you know, he's jaded by it. It's lost its
It's magic.
Yes, yes.
You know, I've always imagined going out with a queefer that you'd be wilder than most girls. Like, you know, you're up for anything. Am I right?
You know, here and there.
Are you conservative sexually?
I wouldn't say conservative. I'd say, you know,
like, are you into...
amongst societal norms, I would say that I'm an average female.
Do you do anal?
No.
That's interesting. See, I think a girl who would queef would do anal.
No, I have nothing against anal. You know what I mean? I think, you know, that's part of human sexuality. If you want to explore that, go down that path, that's great. But I just think it would be, actually, I know it would be really painful. So I won't get into that.
Right. And, but you'll give oral to a guy. You do all different positions. You're not into any kind of weird hair pulling or choking or anything like that?
No, no.
Not at all. Isn't that funny? I would have figured you're wild.
Figure a queefer has no line.
Yeah. What about lesbianism? You ever get into that?
No, not no,
really. See, look at that. So, in other words, you don't have really loose
pretty
morals.
Conventional.
Yeah. Would you do Tiger Woods?
Oh,
Would you have sex with him?
not to be on TV or anything.
No,
you know,
no.
I mean, if it was just a normal, everyday thing, but it wouldn't be like
You wouldn't
fucking. You know what I mean? Like these girls are doing.
All right. Well,
you wouldn't be in the tabloids saying this is how it was.
Oh, absolutely not.
All right.
I think what we're saying here is
I keep my secrets. You know what I'm saying? Anything anybody tells me goes to the grave with me. I don't rat anybody out.
I think what we're saying here is that people perceive that someone who queefs as a wild woman. And you could see.
I am wild. You know, I've been doing this since I was 12. You know, I learned how to do this.
How did you learn? Refresh everyone's memory. I know you've told the story before. How did you learn how to queef?
I was at a good friend's house. I was in 7th grade.
Yes.
Junior high school, and
I thought you started much younger.
No, it was about 11, 12, 7th grade, and a friend of mine, I won't mention her name, but she said, "Look what I can do," and she was laying on her back with her legs in the air, kind of sucking in air, and and I thought it was great, of course.
Sure.
And so I'm sitting there with her.
Of course it's
Both
great.
of us are on our backs, you know what I mean? Legs up in the air, you know.
Trying to do this, yeah.
And so I caught on. And
When you say caught on, instantly you were able to do it.
Well, it took a few, as I recall, it took a few tries.
Did you ever try this, Robin, as a young girl?
No, I was just saying, nobody ever showed me they could queef and taught me how. No.
I still cannot.
Unfortunate. I can teach you.
No,
we share a birthday,
you think anyone can queef, huh?
I think if you
How do you
put
do
your
it?
mind to it, you know what? I still to this
When
day.
you suck in air with your vagina, like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't
It's
know how
crazy.
I can do it. I kind of contract my stomach muscles and kind of go and breathe in, and I can like take my vaginal muscles and like contract and then relax them.
You see, you think it's easy to learn. It's not. I guarantee if you work with Robin for years, she might not be able to do it. I'm not kidding.
It sounds like a lot of different moving parts.
She's
Yeah.
a Leo. I think she can do it.
You got it down in that one session with your girlfriend in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you have
It's
to
all
start
about,
early.
You know, it's all about muscle control.
Training the muscles.
Yes, it's all about, you know, some people have a misconception that if you can queef or you're a queefer that
Get closer to them, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want to miss this.
A lot of people have a misconception that if you can queef or you have queefed or you queef during sex that you actually are very loose. But it's, you know, I mean, accidental queefs probably happen, but not to me because I know how to control my muscles.
Did you quickly surpass your friend's abilities? Did you become...
Oh, yes.
You did. You were much better
You became
at it.
the champion.
Yeah, because I ran around and told everybody I could do it, and I did it for, you know, parties.
Was she freaked out that suddenly you were getting all this attention? That
No, she wasn't.
She was
freaked out at
happy
all.
being your mentor, like almost like a Jedi master. Like, I taught her and she's even surpassed me.
Yes.
And soon you began to get all the attention. You would go to parties and queef.
Yeah, for little kids and little kid parties and stuff like that. I'd be like, "Look what I can do," you know, and it was pretty funny.
Did there come a time where you tried to mentor some people and get them into queefing? Did you ever try to teach other girls?
Yes.
You did.
I've been trying on my cousin for years, but she's brutal. She won't give in.
So you shared, and you didn't get selfish about it.
You never managed
not
to
at
teach
all. I
anybody.
didn't try to, you know, basically bottle up my queefs and not share with anybody. You know what I mean?
And you'll teach anyone who wants to learn.
Of course I will. Yeah.
All right, that's
I'm not
nice.
trying to take my secret to the grave or anything.
Good for you.
But have you successfully taught?
Actually, I think there was a couple people that got a little out of what I was teaching them.
Wow.
But I don't think they were able to
Is it
have
true?
as much control as I do.
Is it true you're able to inhale a cigarette through your vagina and blow out with the...
I did that one or two times in my life, and it actually worked. But it was so many years ago, I don't know if I could do it again.
What did you do
But
exactly?
I got ready for a queef and just put a cigarette kind of close to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And when I let go of the queef, a little bit of smoke came out. So
Isn't
I
that
think
fabulous?
I think that I actually sucked in a little bit of smoke. So I'll be the first girl. Thank you. Thank you.
All
To
right.
queef smoke.
Yes, queefing smoke, and they'll be like, "You have emphysema of the pussy."
Well, let's hope not. God forbid.
Just that, like, you know, twice.
Well, you know, do you think there's a different shape to your vagina? Because maybe it has to do with the shape or the...
I don't think so.
Nothing.
but,
It's
you know.
very normal. Have you ever
But
asked
you
a doctor?
never have had any pictures taken or...
Right.
You've
No,
never
I
looked
haven't
at the
been, I haven't
anatomy.
been molded or studied.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever talked to a doctor that you have this ability and discussed it with a doctor, or you don't?
No.
No.
It'd be
All right.
funny if I did, though.
Sure. Tape that.
I I will.
I'd love to hear that. Are you going to queef for us today? Do a little something. I mean, we got anything special you can do?
Yeah, she came in to queef.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, I would love to, you know, and I would love to even give you a prize for some queefing because you came all the way down
of you,
here.
Howard. Thank you so much.
There's the mic. What position do you get into? I forget.
I can do it. Oh, sorry, guys. I can do it in any position, really. Laying down, squatting.
What would you be most comfortable in?
Let me think.
Think it through.
How do you feel today?
Get the mic.
Okay, I'm going to just do a little squat.
All right.
I'm going to pop a squat.
All right, something's about to happen.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I got to ask you.
Deal with it.
Oh,
You love it.
it sounds so much like a fart.
It sounds really wet, and I promise you that it's not wet at all.
You're not
Really?
wet?
No, I'm really
Even
not.
standing there well?
Well, I think I'm getting there.
A little smelly.
Oh.
Do they smell? They don't smell, do they?
No,
Will?
they don't.
Little
It's
chowder
just
in
air. Thank you. There's air in, air out, so no, they don't.
All right, go ahead.
You love it.
I love it.
I know you do. It's great. Thank you.
I imagine when you're doing
bad.
it, your bowels are not involved at all, right? You never
No.
actually shit in your pants or anything.
Absolutely not, no.
And the noise itself, if a woman had a smelly vagina, you would probably smell it.
I would think so with passing this much air out of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That you would catch something. I wouldn't really know, though.
Right. Now, you don't take your pants off when you do it, right? You do it right through the dress.
Right through the dress.
Doesn't impede the sound at all.
No, not maybe a smidge, but not really. No.
All right.
I mean,
Give us one big one.
okay.
Go ahead. Lovely girl. Oop. Wow.
That's amazing.
Robin, is that amazing to you?
It's funny. I don't know if I'm amazed.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
I'm really.
I think Robin's jealous that she can't do it.
Oh, sure.
I don't think so. But,
You know, you're terrific.
oh, thank you so much, Howard.
One
That's
big blast,
wonderful.
and then I'm going to tell you a prize I'm going to give you just for
Poor
coming
Will.
all the
Oh,
way down
man.
here.
Thank you so much, Howard. That's
All right.
wonderful of you. Okay.
Right.
Are we ready, Will?
Okay, Will's ready. Nice.
I kind of forced that one, so it'd be really loud.
By the way, Will, now I remember what you do on the show.
Oh, thank you.
You're not fired. We couldn't find anyone else to do this. I'm pretty sure. By the way, Abby's on the phone, who is the current holder
Yes,
of the
she is.
queefing contest.
Yes.
Hi, Abby. What's up?
Hey, Howard.
Hi.
Just wanted to know why there's a queefing contest going on without the queen there.
Well, quite simply because no one's going to get to the queen until they go through preliminaries.
Well, the queen is ready. I just got my boobs done.
Really?
She's ready. Oh, yeah. I'm like...
No, well, what it was is I just not going to put somebody through if she had done...
This was going to be a qualifying round.
This is qualifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know that. I'm not going to just bring somebody in. It's just like in boxing. You don't get right to the champ.
Right.
You got to prove your worth.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
No problem, Abby. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Howard.
I can't even believe that, quite frankly, that Eve was beaten by Abby. I mean, listen to the quality of these queefs.
Well, Abby's she's super talented.
Yeah.
She has a machine gun between her legs for speed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not built for speed. I'm
No.
built for quality.
You have better quality.
Listen
give her one more. Listen to the quality of these. You'd almost think it was gas being passed.
Yeah, they're very loud and long, but I can't, stutter them.
You're not rapid.
No, I can't do rapid fire.
Have you been practicing? Oh, there we go. Listen to that.
Wait.
What would winning the title mean to you? If you could win the title, what would that mean to you?
Oh, I would love it. I mean, it'd be my greatest honor as a queefer in life to hold the Howard Stern queefing title. But I do bow down to the queen. She is a wonderful queefer and a lovely girl. So.
All right.
Now,
fair
have
enough.
you practiced to try to get faster, or is that just not possible?
It's not in the cards, I don't think, for the way that I work my muscles.
Let me hear you go fast. Try it. Give me your best fast. Give me 10-second rapid fire.
All right.
Come on, let me see.
I suck so much air and it's so hard to push it all out.
All right,
and
go ahead.
stutter it, but.
Pretty good.
Sounds like I'm laying down beats here.
Yeah. It sure does. My name is Howard, and I'm not a coward. And
Roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call.
There you go. All right, thank you. All right, listen, I'm going to give you $711 cash, courtesy of my good friends at 7-Eleven.
Oh, my God.
Visit 7-Eleven stores and pick up a refillable travel mug for only $1.49. Nice deal on that. I want to thank my good friends at 7-Eleven for that, all right? So that'll be something nice for you.
That's such a help right now. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Use it for the holidays.
I'm going to. Thank you so much.
All right, have a happy 𝗦𝗵ci𝘄.
I will.
All right, thank you. There she is, Robin, one of your heroes, 𝗦𝗵ci𝘄.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Who was going to take on Alyssa this morning. Alyssa bowing out because of a period.
Probably scared of the competition.
Well, yeah, probably. Listen to this girl. She can do it all.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Beautiful girl. I like her. 𝗦𝗵ci𝘄. Dark hair, red lips, whole thing. And I always thought queefers were sexually loose. I was wrong.
I don't understand Adam Sandler. Like, I don't get...
I see no difference in those movies.
Yeah, well,
I mean, to me.
But it sounds like that's a personal taste thing almost, you know?
No, I'm saying... well, I'm just saying that I don't think that that's far off.
Yo, what's up, you guys? This is 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄, and I'm here on the Howard Stern Show, beautiful New York City. Howard's an old friend, known him for, I don't know, probably 20 years or so. And I'm here this time around promoting my new Showtime special that just premiered. It's playing the whole month, and it's called Vegas is My Oyster. And it's got Howard Stern's favorite friend, Andy Dix, on it. And Semi-Precious Weapons, Brie Olson, Amber Lancaster, and a great cast. It's like an old variety show. So I'm promoting that. Also looking for an assistant will work for Poly.com, which is my website where I'm kind of right now looking for a personal assistant. Figured I'd go on the internet and get a bunch of freaks to see, you know, if they wanted to, you know, work for me.
And see what happens.
See what happens, yeah.
Now, you know Howard's going to promote your project, but he's going to want to get into the personal side of things.
That's why I'm here,
Do you cringe at all when that comes up?
After the last appearance, it was, I just felt good, you know what I mean? It was like almost like, it was almost like you know, what's the word?
Like I don't know. Cleansing.
Yeah, it was like I was on stage doing stand-up in like a small bar, you know what I mean? And it was, I was able to kind of like get out a lot of stuff that had been kind of built up, you know, for all the years for me and my family and stuff. So, but this time around, it's a different story. Things are a lot better, so.
I think Andy Dick's going to take most of the heat this time.
Great.
Good luck today, Paul.
All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.
𝗦𝗫𝘄 is here, stopping by to say hi. Paulie just put out a project called Vegas is My Oyster. It's a it's going to be on Showtime all month long. Paulie, always an interesting guy, hanging out here and there. He's Mr. Hollywood, if you ask me. He knows what's going on. Hey, Paulie.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
I was reading in the notes, Paulie. Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Hey, Paulie, what was this about? You were trying to get booked on the Chelsea Handler show. She wants nothing to do with you, and it was bothering you.
Well, yeah, it was. Well, first of all, I knew I was coming to New York to hang out with you.
Right.
You know, to you know, be on the show. So, the thing that I know.
What, are you out of breath?
Yeah,
no,
what's going on?
I'm just trying to say this in a proper way.
Don't even be proper.
Well, no, but I'm trying to keep it real, you know. So
okay.
I'm trying to. I knew I was coming here, and I said to myself, I said, maybe Howard can maybe help me figure this out.
Go ahead.
Because, you know, you come from a place of truth. I mean, you always kind of fucking just go right to it.
Okay.
So the backstory is basically about 5 years ago when I was promoting a sketch comedy film called Natural Born Comics. my publicist from Rogers and Cowan called over to her and just said, hey, like, we'd really like to do the show. Paul's a huge fan of yours.
Right.
Which I am. I think she's awesome. I think her show's cool. I think she's cool. I noticed there's a lot of Comedy Store comedians on there, so I felt it would be kind of an incestual, fun kind of, hey, you got the Comedy Store comics, blah, blah, blah. And she passed.
Okay.
And I was cool with that. I was like, okay, no problem, blah, blah, blah.
She's not feeling the Paulie thing.
Yeah, she,
you know.
She wasn't feeling with it. So then I said, well, cool, let's just find out why so I know, like, you know, maybe
I can improve.
Yeah, maybe I can maybe I can, like, change some of the wheezes up or something.
Right.
You know, you know. Don't say grindage as fast.
In other words, were you willing to take criticism? You were willing to, like, in other words, hey, look, Paulie doesn't fit our show because.
Right.
Okay.
So then I know, that, you know, with it's almost like you're dating a girl, and after a while, like, what's the reason? Okay, cool. Like,
I just want to know.
Yeah, I have a crooked penis. Okay, like, I don't want to be. I don't want to be fucking part of your life. I'm like, it's all good. So she just she didn't give a fucking reason. There was no reason at all. And then this time, and then even Adopted, when I came out, she didn't give a reason. She didn't respond. She was like, there was dead silence. It was like white noise.
Well, maybe she felt funny saying, gee, I don't think Paulie's funny, or I don't think Paulie is relevant, or I, you know, whatever. What could the answer be?
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. The answer is either she just doesn't think you're funny, or she thinks it's over, or some kind of thing like that.
Well, then that's okay.
Right. But
then have her say it.
True.
You need an explanation.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she didn't feel comfortable about it. You know, I could get that. You know what I mean? What is it, Gary? Because you get involved in a lot of this.
Yeah, because this happens a lot with me. So a lot of times people want to get a hold of Howard directly, but Howard doesn't want to deal with the booking of the show. So the odds are that Chelsea may not want to have you on, but she may not want to tell you that because you never want to shut the door on anybody because she may not want you on the show now, but in the future there might be a reason to have you on.
Yeah, but this is 3 year in a row.
But, Paulie, you just have to accept that you're not doing that show.
Yeah.
You just
we'll have you on.
Yeah, I know, but I just want. But here, I haven't finished though.
Go ahead. Good. This is good.
So I went. So Adopted came out last year.
Right.
You know, did well for me, and I thought that would be, hey, maybe I can go on there. You know, for that.
Maybe now you're good enough.
Yeah, because I'm, you know, adopting black babies, and
that's funny.
Right, it was cool. I talked to Eddie Murphy the other day about it. It was a great, classic conversation.
Where'd you see him?
I saw Brett Ratner at the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah,
and he came up to me because I guess Brett just finished a film with Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy.
And it looks good. It looks funny.
It looks really funny. So Brett came up to me, which he never does, because usually I'm coming up to him.
Right. You're usually annoying him, yeah.
And he said that Eddie Murphy didn't stop talking about Adopted.
Really?
Yeah, he just loved Adopted.
Oh, so you didn't get to hear that from Eddie himself?
No. So he told me to call Eddie, so I talked to Eddie on the phone.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, I talked to him. It was pretty funny because I was in...
you called Eddie to get compliments on Adopted?
Well, he wanted to talk to me.
And so when you called him, how long are you on the phone with Eddie for?
For 15 minutes. But it was the best. It was in a fucking parking lot at Office Depot in, like, fucking Charlotte, North Carolina. It was great. I just bought like my folder for the next year for.
That's a big deal.
Folder.
Eddie Murphy saying something you did was funny is really a big deal, right?
Yeah, it was huge for me.
And so
because obviously it's Eddie Murphy. I love Eddie Murphy. And now, if Eddie Murphy likes me, why the fuck doesn't Chelsea Handler like me?
Right, you think they go hand in hand.
What the fuck?
Did you say to Eddie, why don't you call Chelsea Handler?
Let me finish with this fucking thing.
All right, go ahead.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know what I mean? So they just don't tell me a reason. And I don't think it's like, because for Letterman, like, we'll reach out to Letterman, but he says, we love Paulie.
Right.
We want to have him on, but this particular project doesn't work. Regis and Kelly, same thing.
Right.
You know, I'm friends with the booker over there. They're like, we love you over here, but we can't promote Vegas as my fucking oyster.
Right.
You know, or adopting black babies.
It doesn't work for them. They want something more wholesome.
It doesn't, right. So, but Chelsea's perfect, and I love her. So she...
See, I always assume, I would never make, I'm being honest. If a show didn't want me on, I would never make the call to say, I need to know why. And I'll tell you why. I just assume they're not into me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just go, okay, I don't need an explanation.
Yeah, but
they're not into me. They don't want me on.
Right. So
of course, everybody wants me on, so I never have had that.
You never have to make that.
I've never been in that position, but that's how I would be.
Yeah, but I think it's personal. I think it's something that I did back in the day, like I jerked off on her. Or
that's possible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And back in the day, I was so fucked up that I don't remember half the shit I did. Maybe I was an asshole at a party. Seriously, maybe I was an asshole at a party. And it's something.
I think people in Hollywood don't care what you do to them as long as they deem you hot.
Yeah,
you're a hot commodity.
Jerked off on her at a party.
Right. She would love it.
On.
Right.
All right. So then maybe she just doesn't like my style, bro.
I think that might seriously. That's probably it. And if you press her, you're going to get the answer that you say you want, but you really don't want.
I don't give a fuck what she says.
She probably doesn't think you're right for the show.
What? But she'll have fucking all these other people on?
But see, now you have it. Now you're going into that whole thing.
But I don't understand.
Was she a comedian?
Yeah, she's a comedian.
So did you treat her badly at the comedy store?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Maybe, or if she says she doesn't like me, that's cool too.
Right. But she doesn't want to say that because you never know when she might need to have you on if something changes in your life.
And plus, she doesn't want you walking around going, "You know what? Chelsea Handler hates me."
I don't give a fuck. I'm cool. A lot of people.
But
hate
she
me.
doesn't want that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to help you here, man.
Anyways, I
wrote
her assistant a personal email.
You're not giving up.
I wrote her a really nice email. Hey, I reached out. I would just like to have a conversation with her. You know, it's all good. Like she doesn't. And no response.
Paulie, who in their right mind?
Nobody's even responding.
But Paulie, who in their right mind would want to get on the phone with you and explain to you why you're not right for the show? I wouldn't want to do that.
No. It's not about the show. It's about my personal situation with her. If I did something to her
personally. Why do you think
personally.
it's personal?
I don't know.
It probably isn't. It probably is just, hey, she's not feeling it.
Well, then that's cool, too.
You know, she probably just like, hey, okay, Paulie's not on my radar.
Right. But every single other person that doesn't want me on their show,
they tell you why.
Tell me the reason.
They're
what
bullshit artists, too.
What reasons have you gotten?
Yeah, he told you. He gets like, oh, that project's not right.
Yeah, if I do a series, then, or I do something like I'm doing something with CMT like in a couple months, a film. It's more family-oriented.
What's it like doing films now? Because, I just was saying before you came in here, I was talking to Gary and Will and stuff, and we were just having a conversation. I said, I love Paulie's old movies. I loved the movie Son-in-Law. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a terrific movie. I still watch it. Whenever it's on, I watch it. You know what I mean? I'm going around the dot.
The one where he was on
Jury Duty.
Jury Duty.
Love Jury Duty.
Jury Duty's funny. Stanley Tucci was fantastic in that.
Not every movie was, the greatest movie. I had my favorite Pauly Shore movies, but there were 2 or 3 in there out of like maybe 6 that I can think of that I thought were home runs. So what the fuck happened? I mean, you're still working, you're doing your thing and all that.
Maybe I jerked off on people's feet and I didn't know about it.
No, but
I didn't know. Seriously, I just think at the end of the day, it's the box office. I think that the bottom line is...
Did the box office...
Did the fans leave?
No, the box office went down. I think that's just like you said earlier.
What was your first movie, your first big movie?
It was Encino Man.
But Encino Man happened... after the Pauly Shore show on MTV.
During that time, yeah.
And you got discovered on MTV how? How did you end up on MTV in the first place?
I did. That
was your big break.
Yeah, it was spring break, and it was our friend Joel Gallen.
Yeah, Joel.
Joel Gallen was producing and directing a special called 5 Funny Guys.
Yeah.
And I wasn't one of them.
You weren't the funny guy. So wait a second.
No, I was hosting it.
Right.
Yeah, I was
How did you get
hosting
discovered for that?
Did you try out? No, I'll tell you about it. There was a lady named Drew Wilson.
At MTV.
Who was the head of talent at MTV. And my manager at the time, a guy named Terry Danizer, brought Drew into the Comedy Store, and she saw me perform.
You were doing a stand-up.
Yeah, and she saw me perform, and she said he's really funny. And then they had brought me down to Spring Break MTV. It was back in the late 80s, early 90s, and it didn't go so hot. So then I kind of went back to the drawing board and developed, and that's kind of how it started.
It didn't go well on MTV.
At all.
It bombed.
Bombed bad. Doug Herzog was there, and it was just like, because it was live. If you remember back in the day, MTV Spring Break was live.
Right.
So it was a huge, huge thing, and I was nervous, and Corey Feldman was there. I remember even like me and me and Christian Slater.
Right.
Right. We're not getting any pussy, and Corey Feldman was getting all the pussy.
Boy, how do things change?
I agree with it. Me and Christian Slater, I swear to God, we're sitting in our fucking hotel room at the Marriott, going, this fucking cocksucker with the fucking Michael Jackson face and a glove is getting all the pussy, and we're not getting shit.
Yeah. There was a time you didn't get. I mean, you're a legendary cocksman. I mean, you've gotten lots of pussy. And when you were doing movies, was the pussy different? Like, were you getting into like...
It seems more now.
More now?
Yeah.
You haven't slowed down a bit?
You go to get pussy at the Playboy Mansion,
No. It seems more now just because I'm not as... I don't want to use the word desperate...
Right.
But I'm not like chasing it as much. It doesn't mean as much to me. I'm 43 now.
But a lot of you look good.
Yeah,
but at the Playboy Mansion, you got kind of wrapped as the guy who all the playmates fuck. So you had to back off that well, right? I mean, you tapped that well way too many times.
I don't know.
I think so, right? I mean, that was the... Paulie, you go to the Playboy Mansion and then you end up sleeping with Paulie. It was almost like a joke at that point.
You had to. It was like mandatory.
Christ.
Right? No, seriously.
Cool.
But it was for a while.
Having sex with me? That's
not a joke, but I'm saying you got all the playmates, so the girls start to talk among themselves, like, Paulie fucks us and then dumps us. Right?
I guess.
And I always liked your rap on sex. You look at guys like Tiger Woods. You look at guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you say, you know what? At least I'm honest with a woman.
Yeah.
I don't marry them and then fuck people behind their back.
Or lie or say I'm doing this. No.
No, you've always been honest.
Yeah. That was the one thing, like I told you, I think last time I was here, that I didn't like about my dad. You know what I mean? Is that he
wasn't honest?
Well, no, because he got in this relationship, you know what I mean? And he didn't want to be. He was never happy.
He was never happy with your mom.
No, because he was, on the road with Elvis and all these people, and he wanted to have fun. He wanted to live the lifestyle
of a comic.
The lifestyle that I'm living. So, I just don't think the two worlds mix properly.
Right. So you felt your father was a hypocrite,
and that's why you see a lot of these rock stars with these wives, and you see them on these reality shows on VH1. They look fucking miserable.
They do.
These wives, because they know their husband just went and fucking got blown by like 3 groupies in the back of their disgusting tour bus.
You're right.
They just look.
So where people say, "Oh, Paulie's gross because he fucks all these girls," Paulie isn't gross. He's being honest.
Right.
You're living that lifestyle. And are you in a relationship now?
No.
It's hard for you to be in a relationship because you're banging a lot of girls.
No, that's not it.
What's going on?
I'm just into my work, man. I'm into my work.
When's the last time you got laid?
I don't know, 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
He didn't say he wasn't getting laid.
Oh, I see. You're not in a relationship. You met a girl 2 days ago.
No, she's staying at my hotel.
Oh, so
she's a girlfriend. She's a girlfriend.
Right.
She's not my girlfriend. She probably sees other guys too.
Right.
But she's my friend. We get along.
You got it all figured out. And I don't mean that facetiously. You really do.
But you have to ask, how does he maintain that emotional distance? You never just get so involved and
how do you
want
do
to
that?
Possess and
my emotion goes into the stuff that I'm working on,
But when it comes to women, do you ever get attached or needy? Or
back in my 20s, I did a lot.
Yeah.
Very miserable.
Did you ever date anyone super famous? Or has it always been?
I told you just a while ago, just Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue?
Yeah,
that's a pretty big score.
Long time ago, yeah.
Did you fall in love with her?
Mm-hmm. Loved her. I loved her so much that I flew to London. I flew to London where she was performing, and as I was flying to London, she was flying to L.A. to meet her new boyfriend.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
I guess you know.
Well, she dumped you.
I guess the deal is if guys are ever texting their girl or vice versa, and you're not getting a text back or calling them, that pretty much means I don't want to go out. That's the pussy way out.
So girls are as scummy as guys. Guys will do that a lot too. They're just sort of never.
No text,
nothing.
no call back, and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's like, you know, it's just, you know, I think that's, you know.
Would you have married Kylie Minogue? Do you think?
Probably not, because we just, I don't know.
Did you ever confront her and say, why didn't you break up with me properly? Why didn't you at least give me an explanation?
Yeah, we had that conversation.
Did you have it on the phone or in person?
No, in person.
How did you get it?
It was hysterical. It was hysterical.
It was fun. It was hysterical for her.
No, it was hysterical because...
wait, put on your headphones because that's your mic.
Sorry, I'm just getting crazy here.
What's the matter? What are you doing? What are you doing? Put your headphones on. There's a microphone in them. All right. What happened over there? You get nuts.
No, what happened was she was dating some guy named Stefan,
right?
Who was the music video director for the Chili Peppers,
right? What's the matter with you?
I'm just thinking back. I have to fucking think about it, dude. What the fuck? Let me think about this shit. Okay, so yeah, so I was, you know, I flew to London, and then as I got there, Stephen Baldwin was filming a film out there in London.
Boy, that goes back a long way. Stephen Baldwin was making films.
Yeah, and he was filming a film in London. I think it was some film out there, and I found out through her friend that I became friends with on the set that she had flown to Los Angeles to spend time with her new boyfriend, Stefan.
And
I had no idea that she had a boyfriend. Right. So finally, she found out that I flew to London. She thinking I'm a psycho.
Right.
You know, all I want to do is like say, "Yo, tell me like what the fuck's going on?
Are we going out or not?"
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's all good. You know. So then finally, she hit me back, and she said she's in L.A. and she's like nervous. Like I'm gonna do something.
And how many times have you made love to her? I mean,
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's
for
nervous.
6 months. Yeah.
Wow.
And then, and she was staying at the Chateau Marmont, and she says, "Just pick me up, and we'll go have lunch, and we can talk about it."
Yeah, because she wanted to be in public with you, so you couldn't beat
her up.
Kill her.
Yeah, exactly. So we went to the Kings Road Cafe on Beverly, and and I was crying, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was crying.
You always demand a reason from Chelsea Handler, from this chick, Kylie Minogue. You need your reason.
I need my fucking reason.
You need closure.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm fucking crying, and she's just staring at me like she's in shock. Yo, she's in fucking shock. Dude, like just like looking at me like,
oh, you mess.
Oh.
How did I go out with you?
Yeah,
right.
So she's crying, and I mean I'm crying, and
then what did she say? She just said,
and
look.
She's just saying, look, I have a new boyfriend. I'm very happy. Stefan, I'm like the fucking video director guy.
Boy, that hurts, doesn't it? It's like they put a knife in
and he was doing some good videos back then, too. The Chili Peppers, what are you kidding me?
He was a cool guy.
I mean, you should probably put some of his videos up right now on your show. I mean, he did the one where like they're in the desert.
How long ago was this?
This was in the late 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Kylie Minogue was hot.
Yeah.
Was she great in bed?
So that was it. So then basically I dropped her off and I had let go and everything was cool.
Was she great in bed? Was that it too?
She was awesome.
She seems like a freak.
But we forget about her in bed because it's not about her in bed. Her as a person was awesome.
No kidding.
Like it was like one of the first times that I actually dated a girl. When she spoke, I actually listened to what she said. Seriously.
That's amazing.
Because she is so fucking awesome. Like everything about her. And I didn't know who she was, which was cool. And she didn't know who I was. She was in Biodome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean she didn't know? You were the star of the movie.
Yeah, but she didn't really know who I was. She's from England and Australia and all that
She knows
shit.
you're in movies.
She knows you're the star of a movie.
Yeah, but she wasn't familiar with your favorite film.
Right. Yeah, that's right. But she was that special someone who you could really connect with.
She was awesome.
I saw her in Vegas
loved
at a
her.
concert just recently. And she's got some following, Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, she's great. She's great, and I love her, and I miss her. And I saw her, I think, a while ago. I think it was in the early millennium time where we were doing TRL or some shit.
Right.
And I saw her there, and it was cool. She was cool. She's awesome.
So take me back to your career. You're on MTV. The first time you go on, you bomb. You sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out. Doug Herzog, the head of MTV, sees you and goes, "This guy's fucking bullshit. We don't like him. We get rid of him."
Yeah,
so
it meant I wasn't ready.
How'd you get back?
So then
on
I just
MTV?
went back to the drawing board and started developing my stand-up.
Right.
Like for about a year, and then I fucking just
You worked
came up.
hard. You went to the clubs.
Yeah, I worked really hard.
Right.
Yeah, I worked hard. Came up with some great, I had a thing where, hey, you better get into me. I'm the future of America. What's going to be in 10 years Spanish? You take your driving test in Spanish, English, or dude.
Right.
Instead of
develop the
true,
whole
false,
character.
totally not even. Hey, and I just did a whole thing. I developed it. And then a manager guy named Rick Messina, who I think is the manager of Tim Allen and Drew Carey was doing a show at the Laugh Factory called Comic Strip Live.
Yeah.
And John Mulrooney, remember John Mulrooney?
Yes.
Yeah, John Mulrooney was the host. And then I went on Comic Strip Live. It was on Fox.
Right.
And I fucking killed.
So they saw that at
yeah,
MTV.
and we took that tape and we sent that to MTV. They said he's ready now. So then I went back, and then the first thing that I ever did on MTV, remember Randy the Redwoods?
Yes.
Yeah. I did a thing similar to that, which was called, it was like these little vignettes.
I remember.
Yeah, and they were called, it said totally MTV at the end. And it was basically me with a gangster, me with the football players, me with the real estate agent.
And it caught on.
Yeah, and it caught on. It was these little, 30-second vignettes, and it was so fucking funny, dude, because I remember I was doing... I was performing down in Tampa, Florida, with Jonathan Katz. Remember Jonathan Katz?
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah. What is this, a test?
No. I'm just.
I remember all these guys. Baby, come on, man.
Right. So I'm down in Tampa and I'm performing down there, and then
I don't even remember
my...
Jonathan Katz. I just don't want to slow you down. Yeah. So you're performing down there.
So I'm performing down there, and all of a sudden I'm sharing a condo with him, with Jonathan Katz.
Right.
And all of a sudden my videos come on MTV, and I fucking went crazy. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Now it's happening.
It's all happening.
MTV was big.
Yeah, and then Jonathan Katz left the condo. He's like, I got to get a new condo, because he didn't know who I was.
Right. So how do you get into the movies then? Someone approaches you and says, hey, your characters are really taking off on MTV?
It was Peter Paterno.
And what was the first movie?
It was Encino Man. Peter Paterno brought in my Totally Polly tapes to Jeffrey Katzenberg at Disney.
I see.
Yeah. And then Jeffrey Katzenberg had Encino Man, and then we rewrote Encino Man.
Who was the guy? Fraser. Brendan Fraser was the prehistoric dude, right?
Yeah.
You go on the set there. Is that when things get out of control, when that movie hits? And then that movie made, how much money did that movie make at the time? Do you remember?
I don't know, probably like 60, 70 million.
60, 70 million, and that wasn't an expensive movie to make.
No.
So all of a sudden, now you're a fucking Hollywood commodity.
I got, on my deal, I don't want to say I got fucked, but once Jim Carrey started getting $20 million a movie, I was like, how the fuck am I making da-da-da-da, which wasn't,
What were you making?
Not a lot. Compared to
What'd you get for Encino Man?
Not a lot. It was like a 3-picture deal. I signed a 3-picture deal with Disney, and it was Encino Man, and it was just like they bumped up a certain,
Did you make $300,000?
Yeah, well, more than that.
$500,000?
Probably around that.
And you figured the movie made $70 million.
Yeah.
Probably more. That was just,
And there was no back end or
But I got $70 million worth of vagina off it.
You did, huh?
So
did all hell break loose?
No, it was just, it was, I don't know, it was a good time, you know what I mean? It was.
And all of a sudden, it's like, hey, I'm a Hollywood player. Did everyone start sucking your balls?
I was young. I was like 24, 25, you know what I mean? So
what was the second film?
And then it was Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law. And that made a lot of money, didn't it?
Yeah, Son-in-Law did well because it kind of took me out of the kind of MTV audience and brought me into more of a mainstream audience.
You were a leading man all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was. I was very lucky with that one.
Who's the chicken son-in-law again? What's her name?
Carla Gugino.
Did you fuck her in real life?
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why not?
She had a boyfriend.
Oh.
He was on the set.
She was a good-looking girl.
She's awesome. She was great. You know, what's funny, when we were doing that movie, Ashley Judd was almost going to play her role.
And what happened?
Disney wanted Carla.
I see. Probably would have fucked Ashley Judd.
Maybe she didn't have a boyfriend.
Right. So Encino Man hits. And how much money did, not Encino Man, when Son-in-Law, how much money did Son-in-Law make?
I'm not quite sure.
But it was a big hit.
It was around that, yeah.
Around $70 million.
Not that much. It was less than Encino Man. Every movie I did started making less money is what happened.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time we got to Biodome, we were done.
Finished.
Was that the end?
That was the end.
What about In the Army? That was a good one.
That was good, too, but it made like 30 or 40 million. It didn't make as much.
So were you in a panic at that point? Did you freak?
I didn't know what I was. I'm trying to think. Was I free? No, I was. I just like to work. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like I was so consumed.
The movies you do now, though, is it different? Like in terms of like, oh shit, we don't get that French service. We don't get the good meals. We don't get the truck. I mean, now it's probably like making a movie nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Like
now he's selling blood.
Right. Yeah. Are you selling blood to make your movies? Like Robert Rodriguez? I mean, it's a different thing now. I mean, it must have been great when you're doing, I don't know.
It was cool because I did
Son-in-law.
a small part in the Nick Swartzen film.
Yeah.
That comes out, I think, in September. And it was just nice to be back on a set of a really big film.
Like right. It's a different vibe, right?
All the grips, everyone's like, "We miss you, man." Da da da. Because whether you talk shit about my stuff or not, like you said, like the movies every day play on TV for a reason.
Right.
I
love a lot of those movies.
They do well, and and I guess
Why is Adam Sandler so successful with his? They seem like
movies do well.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of genre, isn't it? I mean, it's like the goofy guy kind of thing. Like Waterboy and Encino Man don't seem all that different to me.
Maybe you should do waterboarding in Encino Man.
Maybe that's it.
He can waterboard me in Encino.
So no more Playboy Mansion for you?
I go sometimes.
You do?
Yeah.
Where are you going to get laid?
I don't know. The airports.
Everywhere you go, you get laid?
No, I don't. It's not as much as it was to me. It's not as important.
Getting laid isn't as important?
No.
What happened?
I'm just not that interested in it. It's not as much. I think it's what's it called when you get older? My mojito? What's it called?
Libido,
yeah. I think
Mojito.
Your mojito.
My mojito. No, I just think when you get in your 40s, your interests change. You know what I mean?
In the last 3 months, how many different women have you had? Be honest.
Sex or?
Sex.
Just sex.
Just sex.
Jesus, I don't know.
You don't
No, not that much.
Sex?
Shit. I don't know. 3 months?
Yeah.
What month are we in right now?
Right now, it happens to be August. All right? I know that much.
I don't know. Maybe like 4?
4. That's a lot of girls.
Really?
Dude, for a guy who's not that interested, that's a lot of girls. Isn't that a lot of girls for a dude who's not interested?
Absolutely. He's not interested, so I only had 4.
It's only 4. Used to be like 24. No, that's a lot of girls. You'll never get married, right?
He will.
No, he won't.
I would say never. Never say never. Never say never.
You say he will?
Yeah. He'll get to be about 60-something.
You know what the type of girl that I'm looking for? Because I was thinking about it for a long time. I was like, well, if I am going to settle down, because obviously, you don't want to be with other girls when you create a really good relationship with someone, because you're going to say to yourself, why am I going to fuck up this great, awesome friendship and relationship with someone just for a piece of ass?
That's right.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. So because that's really the bottom line.
That is.
Right. So what I'm thinking is the type of girl that I'll settle down with is going to be like a Sharon Osbourne type.
A manager, but isn't that more of like a mother type? Like
what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
You want someone who can manage your career.
I want someone to be the yin to my yang.
Right.
I don't need like a Playboy model, but one of those type of girls.
Because
those girls are fun. You have a great time with them. You enjoy each other's company, but you kind of keep it,
Well, what you're saying is, you're looking.
If I'm really going to settle down,
the Playboy model is looking at you to take care of her. You're looking for a woman to take care of you, almost like a mother.
Right.
I see him like Groucho got married when he was 100. All these guys, they're almost decrepit. They can't walk. Then they hook up with a girl.
Back in my day, we fucked lots of girls, but now, of course, I'm with my wife. You seem that way.
Oh, I love her. She's the greatest.
Is your dad doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing great.
Is she still getting a lot of pussy? He's
my dad?
Yeah, is he getting?
He's married.
Oh, he is. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, listen to me.
Well, that still doesn't answer the question.
Your next movie should be pursuing Sharon Osbourne. I think you should try to go out with her, and that's the movie.
But if you think about it, you think Ozzy would still be alive without Sharon.
I think he's devoted to Sharon, and he recognizes that she's the most important thing in his life. Although he did fuck up for many years. He used to cheat on her terribly.
Yeah, but imagine him without her.
He's dead.
Right.
You're right.
That's what he would have got hit by a truck.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe you should date the daughter.
Kelly, yeah.
Yeah. 𝗵𝗠lie Shore's special, Vegas is My Oyster, airs all month long on Showtime.
Your friend Andy Dick's in there.
Yeah, I'm really.
Like, what happened to him? Like, I just heard yesterday, and then I'm like, what the fuck's going on with you guys?
Me? Well, I'm just listening to this guy do an anti-Semitic rant that
he's talking about us Jews.
Yeah, he's talking about a bunch of shit. Yeah,
I would cut him out of my special, but it already aired.
What can you do? No, I just thought it was a weird place to be coming from. Like, he's trying to attack me, and that's what he's attacking me over.
But for what?
As if it's like I've done something terrible and bad. And he thinks I've done something bad to him because I don't give him a free radio show or something. I don't know. The guy's listen. He's obviously a mess.
He's funny though. He was funny on the show.
Well, that's good. I'm happy he's funny somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you figured out how to make him funny. You're the only guy who doesn't have to cut him out of everything. Good for you. You ever bang a porn star?
Have I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you?
Never.
Never?
Never. I've never. I'm too paranoid about getting ill.
Right.
I know that there's a tremendous amount of STDs in that industry.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So, yeah.
Didn't you dated that porn star who ended up dying, that girl Savannah, right? You've dated porn stars.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck you bringing that up for? I just had therapy for that shit.
Were you in therapy over that?
What? Asking Pauly Shore if he dated a porn star is like...
What?
You finished the joke. I'm not good at jokes.
No, but I mean... I didn't know that you went into that dark area with the porn stars.
We had this conversation.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I think
we discussed Savannah with him, actually.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you...
Are they different porn stars than regular girls? I mean, are they great and bad? Or are they just like any other girl? It's just the porn is the performance. And when
they give great oral sex.
They do.
Yeah.
Because they know how to do it.
Yeah.
But what do you think that is? Do you think they just... I don't think porn stars love sex. I think, if anything, they're probably turned off to it.
Some of them do, but it seems different now. It seems like I'll meet these girls, these younger girls that'll get into porn, they'll be like, oh, it's awesome. I get paid da-da-da-da-da, and I get fucked all day. It's awesome. And some girls, like some of these porno girls, like they won't even have sex in their real life. And then they like to do it on the on the set because these guys have big dicks,
Right.
So you know what I mean? They please it. Yeah.
It's weird.
Some of them do.
And don't you feel bad fucking them because they're looking at you like, hey, maybe Paulie will be my boyfriend and he'll be romantically interested in me?
I don't think they think that.
Why are you sweating so much? Look at your underarms. Are you not using deodorant today?
Are you letting us see you sweat?
Paulie, look up. Pick up your arm. Look what's going on. No, pick up your arm.
I'm not picking up my
arm. Look at that. Look how wet you are.
Shit.
What happened to you?
Well, I don't know. It's sweaty in here. You're grueling me.
Grilling you. Now I know why they won't let you on Chelsea Handler's show. You're sweating too much.
So as far as I'm just trying to think. Is it different? Is it? I don't know.
No, I was just trying to think if I would be a little bit sad for them, maybe, because they, they're probably looking at you like, oh, wow, maybe this is my chance to be with a guy who has a legitimate career. And meanwhile, you're saying, hey, she's just somebody I'm going to fuck for the night because she's a porn star.
No, I think that it's pretty much a mutual, let's have a good time
thing
type of situation. Yeah, I don't think it's anything else but that.
And you've stopped going to the Playboy Mansion that much. I thought you loved the Playboy Mansion. That's your place.
I go up there.
You are?
Yeah, I go up there. But it's not, like I said, I don't know what it is. I guess when you turn you get in your 40s, things...
You've matured.
Things that were as interesting to you when you were younger, it's just like partying. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go out and
party.
No, it's not my thing.
You just all of a sudden found it not so much fun
No,
anymore?
absolutely not. I like to go to the spa. I like to relax. I go to the gym.
Right.
I like to have fresh juice,
Right.
It's just kind of like more...
A woman doesn't fit in all the time.
The what?
It's not like a fever like that you need all the time.
It's not as important. It's like your priorities change when you get older. I mean, right?
Let's go to Hook Nose Mike. Go ahead, Hook Nose.
Hey, good morning, Howard. You Hook Nose Jew bastard. How you doing, brother? Listen, I just wanted to ask Paulie if he ever thanked you for Jillian Grace. Does he know the backstory on how Jillian became a
Yeah, we've been over that. You banged it. You remember banging Jillian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, she was on our show. That's how she became a Playboy Playmate.
Yeah, she's great. How's she doing?
I don't know.
Isn't she a mother?
She somehow you didn't get her pregnant, but David Spade did, and then she gave birth to David Spade's baby.
Yeah, but how's she doing now?
I don't know.
No one's talked to her?
No one's talking to us.
She won't talk to you?
Well, I mean, I guess she would if we called her. I mean, what am I going to say? I mean, Spade probably talks to her once in a while.
We would hope.
It's amazing you avoided getting any of these girls knocked up. It really is.
I think God has watched over me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you grow up around Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, and breastfed by Roseanne Barr, and you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm still like standing here like I'm that same guy,
You wear rubber all the time, I guess, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you ever like be with a Playboy Playmate and just pull out and just hope for it? You have.
Of course.
And you never got them pregnant.
I mean, I assume I haven't.
Wow.
Because I would
what
probably
a lucky thing.
Dodging those bullets.
What's with you guys?
What happens is when you, I guess when you know that pre-cum is coming out.
Yes.
You got.
But you don't know when pre-cum is coming.
That's
According
the
to what I've read,
pre-cum.
Pre-cum comes out sometimes and you don't know it. Like guys think they're holding back sexually.
Yeah.
And they know when to pull out. But things can drip out, evidently.
Well, you got to pull the pre-cum out and make sure that they,
How do you do that?
That you just.
I could be pre-cumming right now. I'm not even sure. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a miracle that you haven't had a child, and that would have been a complication in your life that would have been insane because you're not interested in a relationship with these girls. And
I think there's a lot of guys that get complications in their life with children that deal with it once they have the kid. I think we're all, I would say probably about maybe 25% of the population were accidents.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think?
Probably a little higher than that.
I'd have to think I was.
No, stop.
But doesn't look like my parents really want to be all that much. So the point is, you've been very, very lucky that you do enter a woman without a rubber, and that you do run the risk of having a baby. But you're philosophical about it. Baby comes, she's going to want it because she's going to hit you up for dough. Are you a multimillionaire? I would think you are after all those movies.
I have a couple of homes that are worth millions.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you work out things with your family over the rights to that Comedy Store?
Yeah, things are a lot better.
You're friendly with your brothers?
Yeah.
No kidding?
Yeah.
You're all talking?
Yes.
Getting along?
Yes.
I mean, there was a big issue.
Yes,
you
there
wanted to
was.
do certain things with the Comedy Store, which your mother started with your father.
Yeah.
And she left it to you to run and your brothers. And your brothers didn't see things the way you did. You wanted to develop the club in a certain way. Your brothers didn't. It was a big falling out. One of the times you were on, you were very open and honest about it. And then next thing we know, you got a call from your brother, and he wanted to get on the air. And then the other brother told him not to come on the air. It was a whole fucking deal. How the hell did you work all that out? How did you work it out with your brothers about the direction of the Comedy Store?
I think we just started talking. You know, I think at the end of the day, I think...
Did they acquiesce to your ideas? That was the rub.
I don't think it was about the ideas. I think it was about mostly the control, you know what I mean? It wasn't so much about like, oh, this is an idea, that's a bad idea, da da da. But at the end of the day, the club needs to make money, and it's a business, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of people I think that are in businesses that get along and don't get along, and I think that we just need to start thinking about the business.
You're being very philosophical.
You're not telling us who's running the club.
I'm not running the club.
So what happened? Why are you not running the club?
Well, one of my brothers is running the club.
And
I mean, he's
so
in charge of
you
it
even
right now.
said to me, you were the one who was successful in show business. You're the successful comedian. You're the one who had success in movies. Wouldn't it make logical sense that you run the club? I mean, have they been successful in comedy? No. So that was your gripe.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow you just said, fuck it. You gave up.
No, we're working together on it right now.
So they listen to you, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, it's like
What happens when they don't listen?
Well, it's almost like eventually people start talking.
Right.
In any relationship, and we just started talking. And
are you friendly with them again?
Yeah, that's
you
what
go
I'm
over their
saying.
homes?
No, but we, have dinners like with my mom, and my mom just had her birthday, and we all kind of had dinner together. So.
And you all get together and speak?
Yes.
And you have each other's phone numbers and you talk?
Yes.
Wow, big doings there. I never thought I'd see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and I think we're all kind of trying to put the business first, as opposed to any of the kind of past
big growth
things
big growth
that were going on. So right now we're in the middle of, me and my brother are in the middle of trying to put together the 40th anniversary of the Comedy Store. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, that's a next special. Watch him and his brother in a room discuss what that special should be.
Right.
Can imagine.
So what happened? One of them tried to call to be on the air. And
yes.
It's hysterical.
And the other brother didn't. I mean, because you had made some pretty heavy, statements about your family and all of that. But the other brother said, "Listen, maybe let's end this. This is crazy."
Yeah.
So, anyway. Hey, listen, if you're interested in applying to be Paulie's assistant, that's a whole nother thing going on.
What's that all about?
Go to willworkforpaulie.com. Paulie is actively searching for an assistant, and one of the prerequisites is how many people do you know in show business and if you can get them on the phone. And when Paulie actually, listen.
Do they know Chelsea Handler?
Well, that would be ideal. So when Paulie interviews these women, he describe it, Paulie. You say to them, look, who do you know that's important in show business? And let me see you get them on the phone. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
All right, go ahead.
No.
What is correct?
It's basically it would be cool to, I guess, work with someone side by side with you that brought something to the table from their past.
Right.
Some type of experience, whether they worked at HBO or Showtime, Comedy Central, something that. You know what I mean?
Right. That would, they need a credential.
Just something, so it's like they're not just kind of leaning on your stuff. You know
How
what
much
I mean?
does a Pauly Shore assistant make? I mean, what kind of money are we talking about here?
What I usually do is I like to get their job history,
right,
to see what they did and their see their resume and see where they were before and how much money they made before. And I usually, if I like someone, I kind of go by that.
And what does someone have to do for you as the assistant? Do they sit there and take dictation? I mean, what is it they do?
It's probably similar to maybe what one of your assistants do.
Like what? What do you?
I don't know. I mean, I do. I do.
Are you one of those bosses that like, oh, you have to be available 17 hours a day? Are you
kinda, but that's just for stuff like where's my flight information,
right?
That's if they forget that, like they have to be available for that, or
there's a lot of that, a lot of flying around, a lot of making connections and this kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's probably a lot of it's kind of booking stand-up tours, press, travel, hotel. On that, a lot of it is
a lot of detail work.
Yeah, a lot of it. I have a couple of houses. So there's stuff on that. There's tenants living in one house. I'm just leasing out another house.
So it's personal life and professional life.
Stuff. And then there's a lot of production stuff. So they'll kind of help oversee the deliverables. For instance, on Vegas is My Oyster,
right,
with Showtime. A lot of the what other stuff is there? The social media stuff.
Sounds like a person could make $18,000 a year doing an important job like that, right?
I don't know.
No, really. What do you pay an assistant? What figure do you have in mind? I mean, that sounds like a lot of work, quite frankly. You're sitting there and putting your schedule together.
Yeah, it sounds like you'll never see home.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like you're one of those guys who expects everyone there with them 24 hours a day. So what kind of money are we talking about? Let's be frank.
Well,
are we talking over $100,000 a year?
No.
All right. What are we talking about?
But like I said, I don't. Everyone's different, so I don't say okay, they're going to get this, because if it's some kid out of college that wants to learn everything, I'm not going to give them that much.
Can they make as much as $60,000 a year? No. Oh boy. Can they make $50,000?
Yeah, probably around
somewhere
around there.
All right. How personal does it get? Do you ever fuck your assistants? Do you ever have sex with them?
No.
Never.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No. You fuck everyone else. Why not fuck your assistant?
Oh my God.
I mean, for God's sake.
No. No.
All right.
But also another thing is a lot of these assistants, they'll have like a small team of people under them to kind of come in daily once in a while. So they'll kind of manage other people that come in. So it's like if I have a shooter, an editor, a graphics person, they'll come in once a week and they'll kind of just organize that. So the assistant's job is really to kind of manage my stuff, but kind of oversee a small team. All
right, sounds like a lot of work. At $50,000, you got to really earn your keep with the Pauly Shore organization.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if it's not a financial thing, then they're learning a lot of stuff. So.
All right. Well, sounds like you need an illegal alien is what you're really looking for, honestly. But we'll see. Would you have a male assistant? Or would you...
most of my assistants are male.
Oh, most of them are men.
Yeah.
That's why you probably don't fuck them. I get it.
So what do you think about being my personal assistant?
About who?
Anyone. You think it would be something good for someone, or? I mean, excluding the money situation.
The personal assistant thing is very funny to me because I think some people expect that person to become everything to them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know what kind of boss you are, but there are certain guys who think for $50,000 a year you own that person and you should have them around you 24/7. And really, that's not fair.
Yeah, but I'm out of town. Like, I'll be out of town like 3 weeks a month. I'm always on the road.
I see.
So it's like they're, you know what I mean?
But they can't be available to you all the time. You understand?
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, no. I don't need as long as they do their job and they give me their stuff. It's not like I'm going to call them up and go, get me some cough syrup.
Right.
So it's not like that.
It's pretty well
traveling
defined.
Yeah.
With you,
No.
Well, I think it could be a good deal.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be fun. Who knows? I mean, what do I know? All right, anyway. Pauly, it's good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yep.
Give up the Chelsea handler thing. Just let it go.
Let go of that.
Yeah, I just...
So she doesn't have you on. Who cares?
All right.
You know, there's other shows. You come here. You're welcome here. What's the matter, man? You all right?
Nothing. I'm okay. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You seem a little weird today. Like something's bothering you.
I don't know.
Are we going to find out something when you leave?
Something going on in your life you want to tell me about?
Like what?
I don't know. I'm getting a vibe that there's something on your mind you want to tell me about. You seem depressed.
No, I'm okay.
No, something happened. I can feel it.
Really?
Yeah. Someone's pregnant.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That would be awful.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Everything fine? I was worried about you.
The what?
I was worried about you.
Yeah, it was tough. But things are okay now.
Yeah, with your brothers.
Yeah.
Right. One of the brothers wanted to come on.
One of your brothers, and I can't tell you which one because I genuinely don't remember. One of your brothers called and he said, listen, I want to dispute a lot of what he said. And I said, great, would you come on the phone? And he said, yeah, just let me talk to my other brother. And then he called me back the next day, or I called him and he said, you know what, lawyer said if this isn't a good idea, I'm just going to lay low.
Right.
So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, you got it all straightened out.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's kind of straightened out.
No, it's definitely around the corner.
Right.
But it's not like
what it was.
It's not what it was at all.
Right. Would you go? Would they say, hey, come on over for Thanksgiving, or it's not there yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That sucks when it's not comfortable with your family.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for coming in again.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks.
Can I take a quick picture of you, Paul?
Here,
10, Howard.
I'll take one more.
Awesome.
There you go. Later, guys.
See you later, Paul. All right. What is this?
Paulie, is today equally as therapeutic as the last appearance?
I don't remember. I just do it. I don't know what happens. So
you get in almost the zone.
Yeah, you just kind of get in a zone. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, I thought you were handing me that. No, I don't know. It's just one of those things. You just do it, and then hopefully it plays good on the air.
It did, and it was less family talk this time. It was more about sort of your career path and what's led you to this point. Do you ever reflect on that on your own, or is this?
No, I mean,
Howard, it's the chance to get it all out there and think about everything that's gone on in your life and career up to this point.
No, I try to on stage as a stand-up comic. I try to talk a lot about that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about lately is a lot of his like autobiographical stuff. So the fact that he was talking about all that stuff, it wasn't that odd, It wasn't that new to you because you're doing it. Yeah, I've been kind of doing it lately on stage, yeah.
Besides stand-up, what are you looking to do next? Where is your career going to take you from this point?
I want to do something dramatic, something kind of unexpected, something different. So I'm working on that, and then I'm messing with some CMT movie right now, and then I'm trying to put together the 40th anniversary of the Comedy Store right now. So
cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of where my next thing that I'm leading to.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was Andy Dick. How much contact do you have with that guy?
We text once in a while.
Are you going to relay any of this? Not as if Andy hasn't heard Howard's rants, but are you going to ask him about specifically his relationship with Howard and really what went wrong from his perspective?
If I see him, yeah, but I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to reach out to him and be like, yo, what happened? But if I see him, I'll ask him. Because I think that's his own deal with Howard, so I kind of want to stay out of that,
But based on the information you heard from Howard's, with all the anti-Semitic rants and all that stuff, is it possible that Andy even has a side to his story, a valid argument, do you think?
I have to hear Andy's stuff first. Mm-hmm. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard it, but I assume if Howard's pissed off, it was probably pretty bad.
Right.
But I haven't heard it yet. So if I heard it, I'd be like, oh shit, I can't. You know what I mean? So would I just hear it online or something? You know?
You have to do him diligence, so to speak, so you know where he's coming from as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he said. I heard it was bad stuff, but I mean, Andy, hopefully, Gary told me he wasn't on drugs or he wasn't drunk when he did it.
Yeah, he sounded very lucid and clear-minded.
Yeah, that being said, it sounds very kind of not like Andy. So I don't know. Maybe he's just bitter because Howard had a deal with Andy. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Right, he was doing shows fairly regularly.
Yeah, and then Howard kind of snipped him, and Gary snipped him, so maybe there was something built up about that instead of Andy taking ownership, saying, "Hey, my show wasn't good," and it wasn't really where it should have been, and he didn't take ownership,
Right, now he feels slighted and bitter and all that.
Yeah, so I think maybe it all kind of came out on this guy's radio show.
Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your future projects. Hope to see you soon, Paul.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks.
Later.
Why do you think you were so sweaty today?
Oh, I don't know. My shirt. I know.
Were you embarrassed?
About my shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's sweating. So I didn't know. I mean, I never worn this shirt before.
Was there something you were holding back and not telling Howard? He thought something was wrong with you.
No, it wasn't. I just didn't know where the interview was going to go. So I didn't know, you know what I mean? It was like we got out so much stuff at the beginning, and then after that it was like, I don't know what else he wanted to talk about. I mean, we started talking about the special and different things like that, but I mean, it's kind of like, you can't keep talking about one story for hours and hours.
Right, but he thought something was maybe on your mind, something was wrong with you, you weren't telling him everything. He was concerned.
Yeah, no, I am pretty much honest with him.
Okay.
I didn't say there's anything that, you know what I mean?
So you're okay?
Yeah, everything's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Paulie.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Good seeing you, man.
Later, man. Bye.
Later.
Peace.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the clock. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I dish all the details on what happened when me and Ronnie went to Vegas and how he came up with his new catchphrase. You don't want to miss it. Check it out.
Speaking of Vegas, Benji, Ronnie's out there doing his annual. You host this thing every year now, right?
I don't host it. I'm
co-host.
Guest presenter.
Presenter.
Oh, guest presenter.
Yeah, the first year I co-hosted it, and then they started using comedians after that.
So how many years is this been for you?
That was the fourth. This is the fourth year.
Fourth year.
All right. So you're doing
Exotic Dancer Awards.
Okay, but other than that, you're doing other stuff for Ganji and Howard TV.
There's a convention during the day,
right?
And Ronnie has to appear
Gentlemen's
at the
Club
Rick's,
convention,
right? Gentlemen's Club, and Ronnie appears at the Rick's Cabaret booth.
So, like, what goes on at a Gentlemen's Club convention? So you go there, and so there's a Rick's booth, and what do you do at the Rick's booth?
Pretty much you just hang around and say hello to people.
But why would somebody go to the Rick's booth? Like somebody thinking about being a franchisee?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And what happens is at this convention, there's everything from like people selling couches for clubs, people selling like liquid floors,
poles,
lingerie.
lights,
Is there like a
everything,
funny
yeah.
money distributor? Or?
No, but there's like wristband distributors. There's like everything that
everything
you can think of.
Liquor
Yeah,
companies.
liquor
They give out
companies.
samples.
All
I
right.
mean,
Now, did you say stop the clock off the top of your head, or was Ganji telling you to say stop the
well,
clock?
I said it, and then he said, "Gee, that's a cool new catchphrase. Keep using it."
But Ronnie, okay, at that point,
But he
right?
used it multiple
But
times.
I've used it before.
Hold on. At that point,
Okay.
because I don't know what your relationship with Ganji is. Do you stop and you go, wait a minute? Ganji told me that's good. is he fucking with me or is it really good?
You don't know because the way he tells you, it sounds like it's good.
But that means he's good at what he does.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess he is good what he does, little fuck.
So at the moment, are you thinking I got another topless here? Like I've got something else I could.
Well, that's the way Ganji makes you feel.
So that's what you thought.
Yeah, well, now I realize what he did.
And Ganji,
he's making a TV show is what he's making.
Like I hang out with Ronnie a lot, so he'll say things, and I'll be like, "Oh, Ronnie, that's great!" Like, and I really like pump him up, and I'll be like, "Ronnie, that's the way to do it." Like, "Oh, you should definitely do that." And I like because I know I'm like, and I just can't wait to get the camera going so I can get it on tape.
Well, there are a couple of things that I noticed this morning. The first thing is, I think Ganji's like a funny guy, but to me, on the air this morning, he was like on fire funny. Like he's never been funnier.
Yeah.
And you seem to be his muse. It's when he mixes it up with you, he was like banging away.
I know. Otherwise, he's a stale fucking piece of bread.
The other thing is, I'm shocked that like you were yelling at him this morning. You were so surprised, and I go, wait a minute, wasn't it a mere 6 months ago that Ronnie was on the air giving Ganji's eating schedule and busting Ganji's ball? Exactly. So I thought it was funny that you were so irritated when you guys give it back to each other.
Dude, he put up a thing on Twitter the other day. A platter of mozzarella. Did you see it? Did you follow him?
I didn't see it.
He puts up a platter that he ate for dinner of mozzarella and tomato and peppers and all kinds of crap. He goes, "This is my dinner. It was so good." This huge platter. He ate this whole thing by himself.
So you're saying that platter's his hot chick of the week?
Yeah, that's his hot chick of the week, believe me.
Let's get back to whoa, stop the clock.
Whoa, stop the clock.
And that was my favorite part of this whole thing was I, by accident, just said stop the clock at one point, just goofing around. And he goes, no. It's whoa, stop the clock.
Yeah, right.
Like
Don't mess up my thing, man.
To correct me that I got his catchphrase wrong.
So when you go to the Gentlemen's Club convention, I hang out at the booth for a little while, say hello to people. We have girls there, and we hang around with them. There's photographers come around, take pictures, and then I'll go around with Ganji, and we'll like do interviews, or we'll just go around scouting out the whole thing, see what's going on, say hello to people. And it's a convention.
How deep are you into the culture in the sense that like if the show ended and you could put up the money, would you ever like say you wanted to move to Phoenix, Arizona? Would you ever open a Rick's?
Well, first of all, you can't open a Rick's. There's no franchises.
Oh, it's
Rick's.
not.
No. Rick's is totally owned by one person.
I thought it was a publicly traded company.
It is, but
you can't. Well, okay, would you ever?
He's not a franchise.
Would you ever open a club?
I thought about it, but there's a lot involved. Cabaret licenses, liquor licenses.
I honestly think
from towns, townships, wherever you're opening it. It's a lot. It's a lot involved.
He could be like a consultant. Like, he could definitely be hired as a strip club consultant. Like, if he wanted to go that route.
That's great.
That's
not a bad idea.
Hot girls.
Like, fly me in.
I got to tell you, because they all listen. Like, a lot of times Ronnie was, like, giving advice. Like, I mean, I can't remember. He had a really good one, too.
Dude,
and I can't remember what it was.
At the Best Buy, with the Best Buy machine, like the Best Buy machine.
Yeah.
You know when you go in like to the airport and Best Buy has a machine where you could buy like iPods and stuff right in the machine. Well, they had the same type of machine that they want to put in strip clubs where they put what would it
vibrators,
like
stuff like that.
Why would I need a vibrator at a strip club?
I have no idea, but to put it in all I don't know where they want to put them. Right. But anyway. This girl Daisy Dukes, who is a porn chick, and she's a really nice girl. They're really nice people, a lot of them. And I said to the guy who invented this machine to put this stuff in, I said, why don't you come up with a miniature Daisy Dukes pussy that vibrates and put it in the machine? He thought it was the greatest idea in the world.
Because what guy wouldn't want to be seen at a strip club by
no.
pussy?
Yeah, but you stick it in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Ganji, who go home and jerk themselves
Imagine like you go to the parking lot and there's like 10 used pussies on it.
Sounds like you could be a consultant.
Ronnie
that
could
may
be
be
a
in
consultant.
your future.
He's got advice.
Hey, it's 𝗦𝘁𝗿𝗱, Booey. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we covered a lot of topics. Jim Brewer was on the show, and we talked about how great he was. And he talked about his dad, and so we talked about what would make Howard cry if anybody on the show died. And that got us into a whole discussion on how religious everyone on the show is. So here's how it happened.
Today, stopping by again, friend of the show, longtime friend of the show now, I guess, Jim Brewer. And Brewer always has stories, and he always has the energy and the family stuff. But the Steve-O thing today just took it up another notch.
Well, not only did he have the impersonation down right, but he had the words and the phrasing down right. And I'll tell you, the one part of when he told the story about him being with him in London and they're going to set his hair on fire and there's nobody there. This is one thing that Steve-O does all the time. I go, Steve, please don't do it. He goes, dude, I've done it 1,000,000 times. That's his line. But, of course, he's done it like once or never.
Now, I also thought it was interesting, speaking of the London thing, that Jim had the attitude of, you know, well, not Steve-O isn't a comedian. He understood what Steve-O brings to the table, right. One in the audience, but also in entertainment. And it seems like other comedians would say, well, he's not a comedian. And there's an attitude that Jim just doesn't have.
Yeah, and if you get caught up in that, then you could just play with a bunch of comedians. Maybe not in front of anybody.
Now, is it... The interview started with Howard saying that he loves Jim's book because it has it in the bathroom and he refers to it all the time, so he knows it very well. Do you take that as a compliment when someone tells you that they have your book in the bathroom?
Absolutely. Yeah, it means they like it. Listen, even if it's in the bathroom and no one reads it, it means they want to read it.
And it represents you, like when other people come to your bathroom.
That's true. I remember one time we went to Jackie's bathroom and we saw... There was a book that was in the bathroom that was the funniest book. It was something, I don't know whether Nancy left it there on purpose, but the book was Coping with an Alcoholic. So when you go to somebody's bathroom, you look at the books and you try to read into what the hell's going on.
Of course. Now, Jim is now moving his dad in because his mother was beating up his father. But Jim's relationship with his dad, he's talked about a few times on the show now. I mean, do you know anyone else who takes care of their family, both their parents and their kids, the way that Jim does?
He really, when I met him, I just thought he was a funny guy, and he's sort of this wild, insane comedian. But from reading the book, and I even talked to him off the air a lot about his dad, he's really one of the most loving people I've ever met. I watched the trailer for that movie. If you go to Jim Brewer's website, you can see the trailer for the movie he's talking about. And it's funny because he's totally breaking his father's balls, but you can see it's out of love.
Yeah.
And then there's parts you could see even in the trailer where it's got to be a lot of love. Like he's got to change his father's diaper and all that other stuff. And a lot of other people would say, I can't handle this. I got a wife and a family. I could put my dad in a place where he could be treated, just as well, but he wants to do it.
I mean, along those lines, early in the show, Howard played the clips of Jimmy Kimmel crying when he's talking about Uncle Frank, and Howard's like, I'm just not, like, I wish I could be that way, but I'm just not that way. And Brewer and his dedication he shows, to his father, and I think Shuley was asking people in the back, like, what could drive Howard to actually cry on the air?
The only thing I could think of is like maybe if Robin died, because there's such a close bond between them. I said, if I died, I think Howard would be really sad, but I don't think he would cry. Fred, I don't think he would cry, but I think Robin maybe would make him cry. But yeah, it's just not, when he tells those stories about his family, and you see it a lot, and even your friends. Now that we're, I'm 50 and I see my friends and their parents, and you see how much of them comes from that. It's just who he is.
I remember one time, I think he started to, or you could definitely hear when he announced his divorce, or around that period.
Yeah, he almost cried on the 60 Minutes piece when he went to his old neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. That was another one. And there was something else recently that happened in the last year or two where it looked like he was going there. It might have even been when he did an interview. And I remember they joked about that he was about to go there, and whoever was interviewing him sort of switched gears, so he was lucky that he didn't.
Well, he was on the new CNN guy. Are you talking about
Piers Morgan?
I can't remember. It was one of those shows. And by the way, just to digress for 2 seconds, Uncle Frank on Jimmy's show, one of the nicest guys I ever met. I mean, huge fan of our show. nicest guy in the world. And I said to Howard, like, to me, it's a testament to Jimmy that how awesome it is that you get your own show and you could take your favorite uncle and put him on and put him in sketches and have him be funny. You know, it wasn't like a pity thing that Frank was on. He was funny.
No, Jimmy involves a bunch of his family on his show, and you could tell. I know you could put them on because they're in your family. You could put them on because they're entertaining and funny, and Uncle Frank certainly was that. But you could tell how Jimmy feels about his family and the closest there. Whereas when you hear Howard, I think Howard is extremely close with his father and his mother, even though his dad's very standoffish with certain things emotionally, and his mom, well, his mom's his mom. But I want, unfortunately, and I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, but his folks are getting older, and if he loses one of them, I think that's going to hit him real hard.
I agree. So I said his parents or Robin. I did say when I got interviewed by Shuli, like his parents. But, even watching the trailer from the Brewer movie, like, and I wrote about this in my book. I had the same thing with my father. My father and I, and Jim Brewer says the same thing, we never told each other we loved each other. I never said, Dad, I love you. Well, I probably did. But my father didn't say it back to me. But I never for a second doubted my father's love. It just was, World War II veteran, it's just not his way to say that. And that's just how people can be.
What do you remember, like, what your dad would say back when you said, I love you to him?
I don't think I said it really to him until he was sick. I might have said it like once. I might have said, hey, Dad, love you.
Yeah.
And he might have gone, yeah. I don't know, like a grunt. No, or like a grunt. It's just like, it probably made him a little uncomfortable.
But you knew the feeling was there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Do you tell your dad you love him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I mean, like my kids and I, we say it all the time. I mean, I almost make it a point to say it to them.
Do you kiss them?
I do.
Where do you kiss them?
On the cheek.
Okay.
Does he grab a little ass? No, I kiss them on the cheek. They're my kids.
Do you say that to your dad?
I do. My dad, I love my dad. I'm really close to him. I definitely, and I feel very much loved by him, by both my parents. But it's more something my mom would say back to me than my dad. He's very loving to me and will express loving, but doesn't call me up and say I love you.
No, I don't think very many dads do call up their, I don't know how old you are. But
we do
son
kiss.
No, but there are moments in life where it may come up.
Huh?
Of course, I don't think anybody's dad. I don't call my kids up and go, "Hey, I love you."
Well, I do
but
that.
There are moments
but I
where
do that normally whenever I hang up with my parents. Like, oh, talk to you later. I love you.
What does your dad say?
Look forward to talking to you on Thursday. That kind of. No, but it's not like an uncomfortable thing. It's just not as much his style to say. I use it as a goodbye.
I think I don't know who put up the note, but I think what drove Howard to almost cry was he was talking about his father being how proud he was, and that's really what got to him on the TV interview.
I think the thing for Howard too is it sounds like he and his parents are in such a great place right now, but it might not have been the same place 20 or 25 years ago. And again, having been through this, you get to a place where with your parents, the older you get, the more you appreciate certain things and forgive certain things and understand certain things. And once you get there, it makes you closer.
Well, Jim certainly loves his mom and dad. He makes that very clear. The other thing he talked about a lot was his religiousness, but he wouldn't call it that. And then he talked about, of course, the maid being possessed by the devil, which we'll get to in a second. But would you consider Jim a religious person? I mean, his wife is one thing.
I get the impression Jim was raised in a religious background a lot like I was, but the difference is he's married to someone who's super religious, so he has the religious knowledge, but a lot of the religious wife is rubbing off on him, which doesn't make him religious. But there's a fine line between religious and superstitious. He seems to be a little of both.
What did you think of the maid being possessed by the devil?
I thought that was amusing. I don't think she really was.
Well, Jim does, apparently. Benji?
He's sort of offensive about that. Does he really think she was possessed?
You don't think it was a clear case of possession? Like, I didn't get it, but I think it's cool. I don't like, but I've never heard of cases of possession where I think like, oh, that's a definitive like case of possession.
Who do you think the most religious person is around here on our main staff?
Well, overtly or in reality?
Both.
Because overtly, I'm going to go with Sal. Sal's one of those guys who I don't think is very religious, but, was beaten down as a kid like a Catholic. So he's like, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, you got to do this, you got to do that. The most religious person here. See, Benji's proud of his Judaism, but I don't know that necessarily makes him religious. I don't know that. Do you consider yourself religious?
I'm really interested in it. I'm really interested in is there a God, is there not, that kind of stuff. But I don't have a strong belief.
I don't know who is the most religious person here. It's not me.
But I do follow some religious practices.
I don't know.
My vote would be overtly or covertly. My vote's for Sal. I mean, Sal is the only person who he's talked about it before. His beliefs.
If it's, I'm real curious because he's so strong opinion about stuff, and I would think he was Steve Brandano. I
was an altar boy, but I'm not very religious now. No, but Lisa G's religious.
No, she's not.
No,
nah.
What about Howard?
I mean,
Howard,
not what I would consider.
I put Howard in the Benji category. I don't think Howard doesn't go to temple or anything like that. I think he appreciates the historical aspect of it and the heritage more than the actual religion.
Well, I did ask, and it might be out of respect for his parents. I remember once on the air, God forbid, when his dad passed away, would he say the Mourner's Kaddish, which is a very big deal in Judaism to respect someone that's passed away. He said he would.
Oh, listen, I went to the funeral of a very close relative recently, and it was this really weird moment because I got up to take communion. I haven't taken communion in 30 years, but I did it out of respect for everybody that was around me.
Yeah.
There's also a difference between being a traditionalist and being religious.
Right.
And you brought up Lisa. I think Lisa is more of a traditionalist than she is.
Well, she's not. I don't think she's very traditional.
Well, I mean, she in terms of observing the holidays and things like that.
Oh, you mean she just takes off work when there's a Jewish holiday?
No, well, yeah, I guess that's traditionalist in a way. That wasn't referring to that.
The weird thing is if you go a little deeper into our group, probably the most religious person here is Ross. He observes a lot.
I would say I'm probably, if you're going by practice, I'm more so than him probably.
When do you ever practice?
I for the most part, I don't eat milk with meat. I'm vegetarian now anyway, mostly, but I wouldn't eat before that. I wouldn't eat milk with meat. I wouldn't eat pork. I wouldn't eat shellfish.
Dan and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Dan, what's up?
I think Scott the Pace is probably one of the biggest religious nuts.
Well, we don't even know what religion is he. He says he's 1/16 Jewish.
He's an asshole. That's what kind of religion.
No, I don't think he's very religious.
Well, it kind of came up with Brewer. What do you do? Do you find religion as is a definitive belief in God?
John's question was what I took from it. Who's the most traditional religious here? Not what your faith is, but Sal, do you think do you find yourself to be very religious?
That's a tough question. I don't like going to church. I really don't believe in church. I go through the traditions of it, like Christmas on Christmas Eve and whatnot. But I think religion is just your own personal communication and relationship with God. That's what I think religion is.
Does your family go to church every Sunday?
No. But we did when we were younger. I used to go with my 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄. That's what we used to call her. So we used to go with her, and she had the saints, the Madonna with the dollar wrapped around it, and she would pray for that. And my mom has a huge picture of Jesus Christ over her bed with big wooden rosary beads hanging down over it. So we're religion. I guess my family's religious in that sense, but I'm not that deep into it.
By the way, what Sal's talking about, my mother had them, my grandmother had them, religious statues, and you tape money underneath them. And the only reason I bring that up is that goes back, you have to turn the statue over to put the money under. And that goes back to one of the greatest lines in the history of the show when Pat Cooper was yelling at his mother. And he said, "Mom, you never turned over a statue in your life." That's what he's talking about.
And I tell you, as a kid, being at my grandparents' house, I was, especially when the ice cream man came by, I was always tempted to take that money. But my grandmother always told me, you take that money, something really bad's going to happen to you. You would get bad luck.
So what's the difference between that and voodoo?
Probably nothing. Voodoo is generally what?
I could put a spell on you.
Yeah, voodoo's more of an African religion. I think the Madonna with the money is an Italian thing.
But you believe in God, right?
Yeah, I believe in God. I believe there's something out there. I think there's something that we certainly need to identify with. I think we got here by some reason. I don't, there is. I think we all have a soul. I think there's somebody that we could communicate to. It's just there, and I think it's important to do that.
John, where do you fall in
terms of
how religious would you say you are?
Not very. I'm more traditionalist than religious, but religious enough to go through the the exercises, whatever else of being a Long Island Jew.
My friend used to call it a revolving door Jew.
Yes,
because you go in for the 2 holidays.
Well, I don't even go in for the holidays anymore because I felt a little hypocritical about it. But now, by setting an example for my kids and all that stuff, I still do.
Wait, that's interesting. Why, if it's not important to you, do you feel it's important to set an example for your kids to do it?
I set the example to my kids that if you don't believe in it and you go, that's disingenuous. You're better off going when you feel like you need to be there. My wife feels that you should go.
Oh, wait. So you're saying you don't go to show your kids?
I didn't go before, but now I go.
But you're saying that you should go if you believe in it.
Right.
But how's that setting the example for your kids if you don't believe it?
Because I made the point for a number of years.
Oh,
and
so
then,
now
and then we all talked about it, and they said it would mean a lot.
We
if
just
you
like your
came,
company. Okay.
And I said, okay, I'll go.
Okay.
And complain about it the whole time, which is what a lot of Jews do, actually.
I think Catholics too. Don't
yeah,
worry.
we do big time.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we were talking a lot about Robin and her laughing at Howard when Howard talked about getting in touch with the weatherman. And then we moved on to Mad Dog Russo, but I saw Howard pop up on the screen, and he wanted to clarify why he got in touch with that weatherman and just didn't understand why Robin was laughing at him. So naturally, we talked to Howard, we gave our own opinions, and here's how it all went.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. Go Blue, John.
Go Blue.
It really came across on the radio that Howard was pissed off at Robin when she just started laughing, but I cannot blame Robin because I just thought it was really cumbersome the way that Howard was explaining that he had basically his own personal weatherman tweeting to him, and it was hilarious. I was laughing along with Robin, and just it seemed like the weatherman was like maybe wanted to have some kind of contact of Howard and Beth that he had this inside track that he was giving inside information, which was all known to publicly anyways. But it was really funny, and I think like Howard said, after he put in perspective with Mike, met with Mad Dog and Mike, and so that it should be water on the bridge and not taken with a grain of salt.
I think the thing that pushed it over the edge wasn't Robin's initial laughing. It was her continued laughing.
Uncontrollable laughing.
And later uncontrollable laughing. And then you heard Howard's voice turn and explain, what was going on with the weatherman.
I also thought it was interesting. It's one of the handful of times I can remember tension like that between Robin and Howard, at least that I was aware of it.
First of all, Robin has a personal captain, so I don't know why she's yelling at Howard for having a personal weatherman. But I also think, again, the way Howard told the story today makes a lot of sense. It was somebody that Beth followed on Twitter, so they became Twitter friends. In the age of Twitter, you become quote-unquote friendly with people a lot easier. Like, I became friendly with ESPN's Matthew Berry on Twitter, and I sometimes email him for fantasy, news or updates or something. And I don't consider him my personal fantasy guru. I don't think Robin would laugh if I said, "Oh, I emailed this guy for fantasy stuff." So I don't know why it's so funny.
No, actually, I think they were actually already friends.
Right.
And what Howard said,
yeah, they were friends before.
He said, "Oh, hey, follow my Twitter. It's good for me to follow."
Right. If you were friends with a guy who was a weatherman and there was a big thing going on, you thought you might have you had to evacuate, as a for instance, and you might have information an hour early. Why wouldn't you take it?
I've called the Yankees before because I have some friends that work over there, and they're always monitoring the weather for games.
I can see Robin's point of view a little bit because it's a little bit like you're like, okay, come on, I know what you're saying on TV, but tell me the truth. Like,
Right.
what's really going on?
Right.
Like they're doing. But I can
funny.
see like that you really do like. Okay, I'm specifically like right here. What do you think? I would ask, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Brian in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, you guys just talked about exactly what I was going to say, but I just thought it was so ridiculous that didn't you guys notice that Howard changed his story as Robin kept laughing, and it got from we wanted to know what the weather was like, so we called the Sam Champion, and then it was wait a minute, we didn't call him, he called us.
It wasn't
And
Sam
then
Champion, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry,
It's
it was
okay.
somebody else. I can't remember.
John
Anyway,
Bolaris.
but didn't you notice that it changed to we just ended up following him on Twitter and that's how we found out?
No, that's not what they said. He said the way the whole conversation started was this guy was it Bolaris, John Bolaris. I guess he's friends with Beth and
Right.
Howard, and he said to Beth, "Oh, can you follow me on Twitter?" Like maybe he called her up, said because I'm doing all these hurricane updates on it.
Okay, I don't know. It just seemed like his story started changing the more uncomfortable he got, and that made for such great radio. I was dying.
I just there's not one person in this room that if they weren't friends with a weatherman wouldn't call him for a little person. Like it makes total sense. I don't think it's crazy.
And Benji, when you're saying like, tell me something that I should know, I don't think it's that. But what if a guy's not going to be on the air for 2 hours?
Yeah.
And if he's sitting in front of it right now and he goes, I'm going to go on the air in an hour. This is what I'm going to say, but I'm telling you early. So if you have to evacuate, here's a way to get out early.
I think listen, it was the most fascinating thing if you lived in the East Coast going on. It's interesting. It was an interesting
Every
thing to ask
channel
about.
on TV had constant. You couldn't watch anything else but storm coverage.
Yeah, but you don't know.
So there's no
I got to
reason.
tell you, some of those people I don't trust.
They're lying. The weathermen are lying to you.
No, I think in my mind, and I know I'm crazy for saying this, some weathermen are better than others, but they're probably all the same.
And I also think if I had a friend that was a weatherman and I called him, what I would be hoping to hear is, look, dude. The storm looks like it's going away. We're still hyping it up for the ratings, but
right.
Don't worry so much about it. That's what I'm looking for.
Here's my thinking. I think Sam Champion is very believable. The reason is he's been on the air for 20 years. If he sucked as a weatherman, they would have fired him already. So he must know what he's talking about.
So
and what I'm saying is ridiculous.
Dr. Frank Field was your guy. I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Growing up, Dr. Frank Field was a legend.
All right. Howard, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Hey, first of all, I'm calling in because I'm listening to the discussion about John Bolaris, the weatherman, and people are saying I changed my story. The story is very simple, and I want a chance to clarify this because I still think Robin's laughter was inappropriate. Here's what happened. We know John. John lives in our area. He knows where we live. We were being told to evacuate. I said to Beth, I think it's ridiculous. Based on the weather information I'm getting, I think we should stay where we are. Not going to move 3 cats and a dog. It's ridiculous. We're staying, and our neighbors are staying. So I told her that. She's friends with John and said that she was talking to John and said, we're staying. He said, hey, can I speak to you guys about that because I want to tell you something. He called and said, or Beth called him, I don't remember which it was. But in any case, they had a discussion in front of me where they said, hey, Howard thinks we should stay. And he said, I really don't think that's a good idea. And here's why. Because of what the tides are going to be and this and that and the other thing, that it's going to be, crazy and there could be flooding and all of this. And so he advised us that my decision was not accurate, that it probably should leave. Now, what the fuck is so funny about that?
I got to say, what you just said to me made total sense, and I'm not being a kiss ass, because we were agreeing with you.
I'm not looking for a personal weather forecast. I made a decision to stay. He heard about it. I didn't tell him my decision, but he said, hey, I hear your decision. Look, I'm a professional weatherman, and I know the area because I live there. And I'm telling you, it could potentially be a lot worse than you're imagining.
That makes sense.
I think
He's a friend who was concerned.
I think Robin heard it as we talked to our own personal weatherman, and that's why we decided to do what we did. I think that's the way she heard
I don't even
it.
really know John as a weatherman. In fact, he had to tell me what he did for a living. I'm not familiar with the local Philly market, and he, in fact, had said to Beth, why don't you follow me on Twitter? I'm doing all these hurricane reports. And so she's a friend, and she said, I'll follow him on Twitter. So I don't know. I mean, listen, why would that be funny? I think Robin laughed way too long.
Yes.
And I didn't understand it.
Would it be?
I'm not angry with her.
Would it be fair to say you were irritated?
Hold on a second. Ronnie and I are about to die. What's going on up there? Drive safely. He's in a fucking rush. He's like a mental case. Easy. It's not funny.
Stop the clock.
Howard, were you pissed? I mean, at her initial reaction, or the fact that she just went into hysterics?
I felt the
over it?
laughter was going on, and in fact, I felt that she was laughing because she got caught up in me saying, "What do you think so funny?" And then she just couldn't answer, so she kept laughing. I didn't feel the laugh was real.
Interesting.
I thought I thought the laugh was real. I don't know about you.
I don't think so. I don't think it was. But Robin, I wasn't mad at Robin. I mean, I wasn't, and that's another thing. I'm not angry with Robin. Listen, Robin is there to react and do things on the air that are provocative and interesting, and to be herself.
Well, maybe not mad, but you could be. It could have irritated you or make you feel bad.
It irritated me because I didn't think it was funny. I mean, I didn't. I was like, well, what is funny about a guy calling up and saying? And maybe I didn't explain it well to Robin, but
we all got it.
Yeah.
Robin.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we all understood.
Well,
yeah, I mean, so I thought, well, maybe there's a joke here that I'm not getting, that there's something crazy in the fact that this guy's the weatherman and he's concerned about us and thinks I'm making the wrong decision.
Well, Benji was saying before, it's one of the few times where he sensed genuine tension between you and Robin. As that was going
No, I didn't have. Honestly, I wasn't upset or angry. I was just like, well, I don't understand what's funny.
But you seemed to me that you were.
I was irritated.
Yeah, maybe not at Robin, but at the situation. Like that
I was
seems.
irritated.
Yeah, that seemed to be real.
But I'm
emotional.
irritable all the time. I mean, I'm always irritable, Benji.
Howard, what's your gut on Bubba after talking to him today?
Oh man, I don't even know if I want to tell you my gut. I think Bubba and you see, this is all. By the way, this is based on nothing. Okay, I think Bubba's a wild guy. I mean, genuinely wild. Not a radio guy posing as a wild guy. He's wild. I think he's wild. I think she's wild. And in my imagination, by the way, I'm purely making this up. I have nothing to base it on. That she gets a little crazy and he gets a little crazy. Like maybe even open marriage stuff. But by the way, I just totally made that up.
Right, but if that were the case, when it comes, how can an open marriage last forever, or does at some point it get weird for one person or the other?
I don't know.
I think that's what must have happened. Somebody got weirded out by something.
The last time both of them were on the show, she was complaining that he wasn't having sex with her enough. I mean, that was the major complaint. That was like a year or two ago.
So then I start to think, now, by the way, based on nothing, but then maybe he was getting it on with chicks, and then maybe she started getting it on. This is nothing.
Yeah, but hasn't Bubba said that on the air that he does that sometimes?
I don't know. Bubba always presents himself as a wild sexual person. So who knows? Ronnie, what do you think's going on over there? Keep your eye on the road. He's getting excited. No, I don't really know, but I would have to say that is where my imagination is running wild, because I think he's wild. He probably has a couple of broads. Maybe she's got a dude or a couple of dudes. Now, by the way, this is all my fantasy.
In your fantasy, do you think he wants to be back together with her?
Yes.
See, in my fantasy, she got something going on the side, but it's not dudes.
That's hotter fantasy.
But that's just my fantasy.
I don't know. Radio guys are a very different breed than most people.
Well, you're very different than most radio guys.
I am. I'm not, because I've been sequestered. I'm a self-imposed exile. I'm more sort of on my own. But a lot of radio guys, they bond. They have lots of hijinks. Like Bubba's a man's man. He has lots of bros. They hang out. I mean, anything could have gone wrong. And when he says he's, preoccupied with a lot of different things, I don't know. It feels like there's more to the story.
So Bubba's trying to win her back?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. It depends what the scenario is.
Yeah, I just think that he really, I felt like he didn't want to give anything away today, and he was going to bear the brunt of it for, say, it's me, because he just didn't want to talk about anything.
But didn't you think
he actually sounded today like a guy who's already lawyered up. So he's like the lawyer's saying to him, you shut your mouth, Bubba. Don't say a word. I don't care what good radio comes out of it.
See, I took it he was doing kind of the Sal rap, like it's me, I'm my focus is in the wrong place. I need to spend more time. That whole thing that Sal did when he had his issue with Christine and the emotional friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Sal's story is the most outrageous. Like, Sal's got this hot wife who doesn't want to have sex with him and then, has an emotional friend. I don't know. Could that be Bubba's situation, that she's got an emotional friend, like a lover or something?
I don't know.
I bet she has emotional friends.
I mean, Bubba can get lots of women. I know that. He's very masculine.
Well, he definitely seemed to. Bubba seemed to imply something happened because he said, "Whatever happened, I'll take the blame."
Yeah, something happened. So maybe. So when I hear a guy say that, this is all my imagination. That he's with chicks, and then all of a sudden she says, "Fuck this! I'm going to go get a guy," and then he gets pissed. Something like that. But who am I to even think that for a minute? I mean, Heather's a Sunday school teacher, isn't she?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what. Who the hell knows what happened? I mean, you never know, and maybe we'll never know. But he lives a wild life, Bubba.
And he was also torn with I know what makes good radio, Howard, but I don't want to answer your question. Yet if I don't answer it, then I'm not going to make great radio for you.
That's why I think he's a guy who's already gotten a lawyer.
Interesting.
Lawyers tell you to shut your mouth, because then when it comes to a settlement, they'll whip out those phone conversations with me.
That's true. I've seen many a conversation be subpoenaed.
Or it could be that he really wants her back and he doesn't want to screw it up.
Could be that.
What do you think?
It could be that too. I think this deal is done.
Yeah, I think more of what you said. A guy who lawyered up, who's got to get his ducks in a row, doesn't want to say anything to fuck that up.
Hey, Howard,
She seems like, by the way, a really nice girl too. So, in my heart of hearts, I'm being honest now, that I really do hope Bubba patches it up with her and they have a nice, long, wonderful, loving relationship. Because divorce, especially with kids involved, is maybe the worst thing. It just explodes a family. And don't forget, Heather's been raising his son with him, and he's been involved with her daughter. So, it's just the worst thing in the world. And also, you really do, I don't think people value their marriages enough. Like, when you have someone who really has your back and things are going great, it can really be the most valuable relationship, ever in your whole life. There's nothing more valuable than that. So I hope they work it, because I like Bubba and I'd like to see him have some peace in his life.
Howard, I'm curious, like, if you talk to Bubba off the air, does that make it really hard for you then to discuss it on the air because now you know something?
Yes, I don't want to know anything. I'd rather sit here with you guys and be in the dark and make my conjecture.
It's so funny. We just had a guest offered to us today, and the guest wanted 10 minutes alone with Howard before they came on the air. I was like, I'm not interested in that.
No, I won't do that. That would be worse than anything.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because then what's the point? Whatever that guest was going to tell me, and I'm not going to mention her name, but if that guest had something to tell me in private, that's the whole time I'm interviewing them. I'm going to be thinking about that. I'm going to go. I know I'm going to ask her about it.
So are you still going to reach out to Bubba, or are you going to avoid that because this is kind of a fun issue to talk about?
No, I will reach out to Bubba, actually. Although, from what I hear, you can't even get in touch with Bubba. He's a top secret guy.
But Howard said to Bubba point blank today, he's like, I'll tell you it off the air. And Howard's like, no, I don't care. I want to hear it now.
I would actually be worried if he told me off the air anything confidential, because by accident, people tell me so many things, and I'm on the air doing a free association on the air, 4 or 5 hours sometimes, that sometimes I forget what I'm not supposed to say.
Howard, that's funny because it was like 2 weeks ago. I told you something during the break, and I said, not for the air. And luckily it wasn't a big thing, and you came back and you said it, and John Hines started laughing. He goes, didn't you just say to Howard during the break, not for the air? And then you said
let me
it.
tell you something. I have no memory. I have no idea that I'm not supposed to say that on the air. I'm not doing it to defy anyone or to mess anyone up. I literally do not. When you're on the air, when I'm on the air, I swear to you this is true. I listen to the replays because I don't even know what I said. I don't know half the time what I'm saying. I don't remember it. It's not a scripted program. So, it's like just coming out of me. I'm almost listening to the show as it's happening. It's not, how much time would I have to sit there and